Hello and good evening again, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And for those who have been along for the journey, those who are tuning in now or later, thank you for joining me again today. Today is Monday, right? June 5th. So I took a break. I came back on Saturday, and now today I'm here at a different time than what I was consistently doing. So thank you. Thank you for catching up to the schedule. And for now, I think this might be a new time, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Play it out for a few days, and please offer feedback as well. So today, where I'm at, I do and do not have a topic. I do and do not have a purpose, but I do have the intentions of sharing time. And I really, honestly, we never know what might appear on these open panel platforms. It's quite interesting and fascinating. But for those who are joining, where I'm coming from today is, man, I was thinking about this earlier, but these are the words that are coming out of my mouth today. Praise God, man, praise God. It's like, holy cows, Jack, you're seriously, this is what you're doing today? You're like, talking about God and thinking about God and imagining all sorts of things, man. So today that's where it was praise God. Hey, I've got some notes, but there is a face and a voice I really hadn't seen or heard from in a while. Thomas, welcome, brother. For those who do and don't know, Thomas Aquinas. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, I don't know if you can hear me. StreamYard is playing games with me. It usually takes a while to get this stuff working.
All right. I'm unable to edit your mic, but your mic's a little soft. Otherwise, I think you're here. Brian O'Shea, the world famous comedian Brian O'Shea is with us already as well.
Love you, O'Shea.
Holy cows, this is turning into an adventure. Austin Murphy, welcome, brother.
What's
so many
up, man?
guests.
Fucking whack pack.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
So many guests all at once, but hey, the purpose is to have fun. But I'm not so much interested in that chaos and argument fun that's kind of developed a lot of other places. So, holy cows, sisters Sly Shy and Joe Cool.
I'm sorry about you popping up. I'll say fuck it, make it a full house.
Hey, I'm already convinced. I don't know how much more feedback I need than that. This is a good time to go. Oh, but then again, today's different.
We all just came from Larry's backyard barbecue.
Fabulous. Welcome, Flow State. Holy cows.
Jack, we came over. We were hanging out at Moose's, and we came over to show you some love.
This is the absolute bottom of the barrel, dude.
Is that why you're here, O'Shea? Is that why you're here? O'Shea, is that why you're here?
This is Larry's regular guest to two audience members.
I noticed you ran earlier, O'Shea. Is that why you here? You wanted to be a part of the bottom of the barrel?
Sly Shy, you know you want to have sexual relations with me. Don't even try to.
Nah. Your hair too slick, buddy. Your hair's too slick. When the last time you shaved?
Welcome back.
My cock's pretty slick too.
Nah, I don't think so.
Tennessee. Welcome back.
Hey,
This
check
guy's
it out
not
for
living
yourself.
in. This guy isn't about world peace.
Let's
O'Shea.
not,
This O'Shea guy.
let's not let O'Shea hijack your broadcast, Talcott.
It won't. Yeah.
Right.
You know, I do. I welcome everyone.
You refer to me as it?
What were you guys talking about then? Because I just hopped up here. I think we all just got here.
Everyone kind of showed up all at once, but honestly, I was just starting into my notes, but where I was coming from is praise God, man. Praise God. A place of gratitude. That's where I'm coming from.
All right.
And
Oh,
it's
please,
perfect
Jack.
time. What's that?
I was just saying, come on, dude. You're going to hit us with that love mumbo jumbo?
Brian, yes, I think you could use more of it, honestly.
Blowjobs?
No, love. I honestly
Trying to go on a hike with me or what?
No. I honestly think that's kind of why we've all been coming together to learn different things from each other. And love is something I know of. And Brian, I see you. You're looking for love. You just don't really understand it, in my
He's
opinion.
looking for love in all the wrong places.
Whooping
Fight seats, mountains, and shit.
Hey, that's a common human trait. We do that because that's what makes billionaires. You convince people to look for love in the wrong places. They're putting shit in their arms and drinking poisons every day.
You're telling me heroin isn't love?
Yeah, don't knock heroin, man. It's pretty good shit.
Sure feels like love.
Jesus,
Sure feels like.
I was blessed and never tried that.
And,
When I smoke this blunt, I'm gonna be feeling some love too.
And a warm asshole. Wait, what?
I thought you were a tweaker, Flow State. I thought you liked methamphetamine, Flow State.
I was an equal opportunity user. Coming at me with your bad attitude and your crabby little creepiness.
You're just an all-around loser, trailer trash, huh?
At least I don't live in my car.
What'd you spend the most time doing, Flow State?
Not drinking piss.
Probably, drinking for sure.
Drinking?
If that counts. I don't know if that counts.
I mean, yeah, it's as bad as fucking meth or
No, the
heroin,
meth heads do drink their piss too, because the meth doesn't get broken down, so it gets stronger and better. You just drink your piss, you get high again.
Brian O'Shea, you be sharing a lot of your secrets. Talcott wants to end secrets and wars. Like, yo, you be sharing a lot, buddy.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
more
helping
like
to
the
save
things
the
that people
world.
do in the tent camp under the bridge.
Bro, sounds like you're still living a life based on what you did on Antoine's show.
It sounds like I'm still living the life.
Living the loser life. The trailer trash with that wife of yours.
I have a house.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was you, O'Shea. That wasn't Flow State. That was you that looked like trailer park trash on the Anton show.
Hold on.
This is Jack's show. Yeah.
Just a moment. Please, I want you to entertain me just for a few minutes here. As a matter of fact, for about 13 and a half minutes. Okay. Because this comment reminded me. I have to give this last presentation of Cot Flicks. I have to personally give this one some respect, man. This thing is awesome. Have you guys all seen it?
Yes, Talcott. Play it, Talcott. Play it.
I've only seen the White House.
All right. So please sit back and enjoy. The link for this is in the description. So there's no association. I honestly do not know who this is, but I admire the effort and
you love the truth that it portrays, right, Talcott?
Amen. Well,
and the comedy.
As this starts, this video serves as historical purpose only. It is not intended to promote violence, brutality, discrimination, or hate speech. All of these things are terrible and should not be promoted. Please view the video in a historical aspect. Oh my God.
Entertainment purposes only.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I knew it.
Oops. My bad.
Sisters, genuinely thank.
It was Jay.
I'm gonna use this chance to take the dog out, Jack. I'll be back.
Genuinely thank you to those who are here. As I've said,
Every channel
God
is playing.
is using me as a messenger. I'm here to share and offer what I have learned. We'll be able to learn a lot when secrets are no longer legal. It's time to flip the tables on these rules and rulers. I'm talking about a complete redesign and restructuring of the governments and economies. These friggin' money changers, they're like little fucking rodents. They come in, they nest, they get all defensive, and then the darkness, the manipulation comes in and convinces the people to deny the good and support the evil. Anyway, I'd like to bring peace to the earth, but I think the majority of humanity are broken, sick, broken scum, and celebrate the immoral people that have risen to such influence. One of the suggestions I've received often is the inclinations of genocide, the thoughts of giving up on humanity. Humans are like this invasive species, man. They've proven they are unloyal and untrustworthy to me. They've proven to offer me more disrespect than support. So there is a sense of gratitude and joy from the harm of others. Bullying is a good idea. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And if people join me, this is what I want to be a part of. I just want a better world. I'm not arrogant, but I take my life seriously. You should take your life seriously, whoever you might be. So with that, brothers and sisters, thank you again. Have a beautiful night. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear.
This message was paid for by the pro-labor anti-work organization, the Talcottian Fraternal Society for Ending Wars and Legal Secrets.
Very good. Many years and countless delusions later.
Are we even gonna be safe down here?
I don't know yet.
But the defense should already be in place.
You've got to leave. There isn't much time.
But the Fuhrer must have plans in place. He promised to end all wars, so he must have a plan, right? He has to. I'm sure of it.
All the Fuhrer's advisors know that's absurd. He's gone completely mad at this point and can't be trusted.
But what reason would he have for deceiving us?
Herr Talcott has nothing left to lose.
I don't believe a word of it.
I'm quite puzzled, frankly. No, I'm not. I actually understand, because I say that I'm doing my best to follow the Christ, and I speak of God a lot, and I speak of love a lot. So it's real fun to create reasons to say I'm wrong. My background and education is in transformational self-development and techniques for improvement. So my entire life is for the purpose of helping others improve their lives. I have the goal of changing and transforming the world as well. I can confidently say I know nothing. If I'm honest, I'm lucky to be alive. While I do things clumsily sometimes, definitely imperfectly, God's taught me not to stop. I really don't have a choice to stop. I've got to find a way to fight until supremacy, fight until victory, fight until the opponent is just decimated and gone.
You told people you would end this war. You promised them, and they believed you.
Does anyone remember, world peace is my fucking goal? Whether they believe the world wars can end or not. The fact is, we're here. We don't really get a choice whether we want to be in the battle or not. The people not involved in the wars need to get fucking involved. We just got to be our best in the now. I don't have fun with this bullshit. I'd rather have fun getting stuff done. Hey, guys, I've got many people gambling reputations. People want to raise up and make me look like a fool. I'm telling you, God is using me. For whatever reason, everyone wants to blame their shit onto me, and others just like to go in and buy it.
I'm certain others are well aware that everyone, wants to stop the war Talcott is in.
You guys don't want to stop worrying the wars I'm in. You're watching and entertained by the wars I'm battling all alone. It's fucking entertainment to you guys. You guys don't seem to care. You claim, you say so many things, all of you. Unless you're committed to getting me there, all we're doing is playing a little game. You guys can be part of the success or go elsewhere.
My Fuhrer, do you have any idea how much Talcottians believe in you right now?
What a stupid question.
A question worth considering.
Do you want to know the answer?
Enough to leave the safety of their own homes and fight alongside the Waffenkot? Is that not true devotion?
Fuck, I think it's the only way to save humanity. Part of the reason I've been asking for people in town to come up here is because I can't believe how fucking insane this is. Everyone wants to pretend they're helping me prepare. So far, you give me every reason in the world to promote your extermination.
My Fuhrer, millions have already died.
Get out of the head and back into reality. Let's consider the facts that maybe you're ignoring. Sometimes you do need to reevaluate. You got to re-strategize. You got to be willing to adapt your plans in order to overcome new hurdles, new challenges. I don't know why everyone is so ungrateful, so stuck on defending disbelief. I'm saying, brothers and sisters, if we work together and we try, I know God would help us find a way to end wars and debts and this insanity that we were born into.
Of course. We must remember we were born into this insanity. That's definitely what happened.
I mean, I've been telling people I feel blessed. We are blessed. Why are we wasting day after day arguing like dysfunctional fucking children?
People think you're beginning to crack.
Am I? Am I cracking? Or am I gaining confidence and strength in what I know? I am quite healthy and healed. Emotionally, physically, spiritually. I've said this many times. So you want to fucking sit here and try to get me to believe that I'm damaged? And that I should accept the gaslighting and the false narratives that have been just thrown all around about me? Am I wrong in believing you've said that you don't trust me? That you've told others they should not trust me?
To be fair, Goebbels said that, not me.
I don't care. He's a fucking emotional bitch. I'm tired of people treating me and my life like it's some kind of fucking joke. I think people maybe should start taking me a little more seriously. Guys, I'm not whining or complaining, but I'm still in charge, and if you're just going to offer disrespect, you can leave.
He's already getting pissed.
No, I'm not already pissed. I'm disappointed, seriously. Seriously. The absolute delusions that are behind that claim. I'm not asking for people to kowtow or to just buy into what I say, but fuck oh dear, consider the words before you continue with your stupid argument. Anyway, do you have anything, do you think, that might help what I'm trying to do? What's going on, man?
Enemy forces are currently approaching Talcott from the southern mainland, so we've positioned our remaining forces around the city.
Fucking praise God. God is so amazing. Praise God, man.
All of our battalions combined number less than 10,000 men, you moron.
I'm sorry, I was ignoring you. What?
Is our defensive artillery at least in position?
Frankly, that is a very responsible and good question, and if I'm honest, I have not asked.
The rest of your artillery has been moved out of the mainland and into the city.
I need attention and control over the mainland. Bitte deinen Führer.
You know the mainland is already lost because the city is on the verge of annihilation. Can you take this seriously?
How dare one blaspheme the Most High Talcott? Send him to the fireplace. Oh my God, it's hilarious, man. Absolutely hilarious.
It wasn't a joke. My Führer. Soon the enemy will be at this very bunker.
What is soon? The future is coming soon, but where is soon?
We estimate it's only a number of hours.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody excluding my commanding generals, get the fuck out now.
Whoa. Here?
What in the hell kind of disrespect is this? Calling this bullshit value for the methods I believe to be available. If you guys want to go argue, please go somewhere else.
If we don't get to the facts of the matter, we're fucked.
So what? This arguing, it's fucking nonsense.
What is it that you want from us?
You can show some fucking respect when it's obvious that I'm trying to become a part of the conversation.
My Führer, respectfully, you were pretty much speaking the entire time.
I sat fucking quiet for goddamn hours again today.
It's always about you. So what do you expect from your people?
You can recognize that you were repeatedly asked to back up and settle down. Fuck, oh dear, I've been patient long enough for all of you. The majority of people have patterns of showing me disrespect. Now, I've been very kind, very patient, very forgiving. When does it change?
Until you make the commitment to resolve. All you're going to do is fucking imagine arguments all day long. Hey, Talcott, all your people want is I care what I want, and what I want is to share hope.
If you get past your fucking conclusions, god damn it.
Nobody likes to hear me say this, but you're being a bit selfish.
I don't give a fuck what you think. What is your point? What is your purpose? You started off with, I know nobody likes this, but I'm going to continue on anyway. What the fuck is your point?
Perhaps I was merely in my opinions.
Answer my question or leave.
You try talking to him.
Answer my question or leave. What is the facts that I am selfish?
My Führer, do you have any heart at all?
Are you fucking kidding me? Do I have any heart at all? Are you fucking kidding me?
Selfishness is akin to heartlessness.
You're a liar, and you've run your fucking mouth far too long.
We can still talk this out as grown adults.
I would love to reconcile as men, but I'm seeing a grown child again.
Nobody is perfect, my Führer.
What a weak excuse. Perfection is, right now, is perfection fucking revealed. Me, Jack.
Please, calm down, or Talcott will beat you again.
You're coming in here playing your goddamn bullshit. I don't want this bullshit in my life anymore. Okay? You fuckers are sick. I don't fucking need this, which is partially why I'm saying fuck this nonsense. I'm taking a break. I'm going to reevaluate and figure out who cares. Who cares about what I'm doing?
We still care, my Führer, and want to help you.
You're failing miserably, my friend.
I still love you.
Get the fuck out of my life. So I'm definitely taking tomorrow night off. I may or may not be active, but not scheduled for me, and it may turn into a few more days.
You gonna leave him?
Anyway, should we wrap this up?
What do we do now that all hope is lost?
Goebbels is gay.
Address that, Talcott.
Talcott eventually recovered from Jack's war, was it?
Only after,
but only after
surrendering the ego.
Unconditionally, yes. Holy cows.
Why is there video of you taking a pill? What happened there?
That was not a pill. That was not a pill.
What was it?
That was not a pill. That was his micro dose. Every now and then, Talcott used the micro dose.
It wasn't a pill.
It was a dose, yo.
All right, fair enough.
Was that a gunshot I heard with it?
I think so. All credit goes to Talcott Clip Collection. The link to that is in the description of this video. And, you know, I had to share that. The amount of time and effort put into that, the storyline
I
is just
know,
freaking
right?
beautiful.
The best part of it with dude was like, they'll be here soon. Well, what is soon anyway? Hours. Whoa, hey, hold on a minute.
Oh my god!
I gotta go.
It takes so long to make a video like that. It takes 15 minutes to clip out 15 seconds, and that was 13 minutes, 14 minutes. That was definitely probably took every bit of free time whoever made that for a week or whatever.
It would have took days for me to pull it off.
Now he does them real fast, Thomas. He listen every night, like after Talcott show.
It's great. All I'm saying is I respect the fucking hustle or the effort or whatever you want to call it, work ethic.
Hey, absolutely. And the thought, I mean, consider this for yourself. How many hours of my voice must have been heard in order to get all those clips
That's
together?
what I'm getting at. And you know what? I don't mean to talk shit, Talcott, but they said that they were getting a little depressed going through all your footage.
That's fucked up.
On Paul's chat is where I heard
Wait,
that.
here's what I did not know. And I know it was intentionally blown out of context, but I didn't know you were so tyrannical, Jack. Holy fuck, bro. You make some declarative statements. I didn't get the fuck out. I've been too patient with you mortals. Holy fuck.
Well, admittedly,
Joe, he knows that that's content. He knows, and that's probably why he's so, open with it, because he knows it's funny. We enjoy it, and he learns from it.
Amen. And you know what? As it says in the beginning, to be reviewed in a historical perspective, and I gotta account. It's another clear indication that it's time for Jack to start paying attention to my profanity. Holy cows, man.
If nothing else, if it makes you look inward, this is the best thing to come into your life in a long time.
Exactly.
We all fuck up and say things
I don't know
wish
about
we
all
said.
that. White pussy, white girl pussy, that's better than this little clip. So maybe you ain't had no pussy in a while. But there are other
stupid
things,
Joe. Shut up, Joe.
that could be better. But damn, yes, I totally see, man. This is great to have you look at yourself and all of that shit.
The entertainment and the fun, and I'm honored. I feel honored.
Yeah, you should.
But
Can I ask you a question, Jack?
Yeah.
What do you see wrong with profanity? Isn't it just an expression of emotion?
It is, but in my case, well, it is, but it is offensive to many, just simply because that is how they've been raised.
And he does it.
Wait, hold on. I find it as being genuine.
Yeah,
Austin,
but
I was
listen,
literally not using any profanity and just using energy, and you were offended.
Austin.
What's up?
Austin, it's not really him cussing. He's trying to get in touch with his anger and why he gets so angry, right? And that's what I think he's trying to get in touch with.
Is rather than the curse word.
It's a natural emotion, and you're just using your words expressed naturally. So I don't see anything really wrong with it.
No, you got to take a look at where he's coming from when he says that, because he's not really saying, I cuss too much. He's really saying I get triggered and cuss too much. Really.
Well, no, it's actually, I'm trying to hold myself to higher standards, and
That's a fucking goal for you. That's commendable if you want to focus on it.
And Shai, I think you're right, Shai. It is. I don't want to interrupt you, Jack.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, even I kind of align with the way that Tony Robbins describes it. Sometimes profanity, it's a powerful word that will cause an interruption, and so there is a time and a place for the profane, but not Not to the frequency that I do.
Yeah,
I worry
both sides of it. You know, it could be too much, but in the same token, you're just expressing an emotion. That's it.
Wouldn't we be more worried about the less so the profanity and more so where he goes when he does get angry? He goes to those fucking places where the creator of this probably got the idea. I'm gonna make him the fucking the what do you call it?
Grim Reaper?
Whatever they call it, the almighty Hitler dude. Like, why can't I come with smoking weed? But why it did make him the Fuhrer. Why it did make him the Fuhrer because he when he gets mad, bro. I felt like I was watching Thanos. I have tolerated you for way too long. Holy fuck, bro.
Joe, actually, let me come back to this because there's some truth to what you're saying. What's being shown. I want to address. There's been some contributions already, so give me just a moment, please. Paul Unslaved, thank you for the fiat. Best broadcast ever goes live in less than an hour. Matter of fact, less than 10 minutes over on Proper Instruction Motivates People. He's scheduled. But you know,
I've never seen Paul look white.
Time.
That's the only picture where I thought Paul looked white. I've never seen it thought Paul looked like a white boy until that picture.
Hey, and here's
not white. What are you talking?
I know he's not white, but that picture it looked kind of white.
Yep. Hey, and to balance the other donation, pointing out the other perspective and what I think is pretty obvious. This is the best broadcast ever. Today,
my man.
Definitely. Already.
Live
hey,
without fear. You're
live
pimp,
without
bros.
fear.
You're
Thank you, brother.
With your troll ass, you are a pimp. You got class, bro.
We got to get in before these YouTube screets and the year lease is up.
Hey, the idea of the Fuhrer, I recognize that in myself. When I was in basic training, I flourished in an area of discipline. And so as a joke, there was a few that called me out General Talcott, right? In basic.
Wait. You flourished in disciplining yourself or disciplining others?
In areas of discipline, I knew how to be strict and I knew how to obey.
Okay, and both. All right.
Were you about to be a drill sergeant?
You know, I probably could have, but that wasn't my path. But then even with my son, I remember I've known I've had an anger problem, a lot of anger within me, but I overcame my violence pretty young. It was just like loud and profanity. And I remember going outside yelling at my kid one time and noticing like the other kids and the neighbors, they like froze.
Right.
And my son's like, oh, it's just my dad. What are you freaking out about?
Yeah.
You know? I guess that's still here.
That's the same thing. You know, sometimes it take the neighbors because we talk and it becomes the norm. I got two of my friends, a guy and a girl, who their regular morning dialogue is like, to me, it's visceral. I can't believe I got to go outside. I don't even want to be around it. But to them, it's just morning, get coffee. Why you didn't do this? I told you to, you know, that's just the way they conversate. Then you get around other people and you see they react the way they react. Then you'll know, holy fuck, this is how I've been living. You know, I thought this was acceptable. It's shocking other people.
It was one day in the public and there was a woman that was kind of mistreating her dog based on the way that I understand how you should treat a dog. And I was angry. Sorry, it seems like I'm always angry. That's not real. But I was really like, I wanted to walk over to a woman and confront her, but also it's her property. And so, you know, people eat dogs. Anyway, happened today. I got fucking livid just over. She like trying to keep the dog from barking at me. Like the dog wants me to pet it and you're choking its collar.
Right.
Hey, Thomas, your audio is kind of broken, kind of sucks right now. I'm not sure what happened with the connection. This anger, it is a human trait, but I think that's part of our maturity is learning to not let it control us and not let us defeat us.
Use it as a tool. You gain it and you use your ego as a tool when you need it, your temper or whatever these things we categorize as negative. At most, they can be a tool for us. We can't let them consume us.
Amen. That's where I was thinking about. Gosh, this is inspiring a lot of different thoughts. But
yeah, is anger connected to ego?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I know that's where you go to ego, so I'm trying to see if
there's a connection. Yeah.
Well, the ego is that character of us that thinks we matter, that thinks we're separated.
Yep.
It's the one that thinks. That's our ego, because that's where we can get confused. But where we want to be at all times, we want to be with the peace beyond understanding. See, once you understand, then you know. And so if you can stay in a place of knowing, well, then you kind of outmaneuver the ego, I guess.
That's been my shit for years. That's been the main thing. His goal is I'm doing self-work. Years ago, I read a book, Eckhart Tolle, something about the ego. I didn't realize how dangerous it was until I read that. And I am still, way too egoic. This is a journey. Once you try to defeat that ego, it's inbred in you. You're better because you're American. You're better because you're a man. You're better because of whatever reason. You're a better athlete, so you think you're better than people. You're smarter. I'm better. It's brutal getting up out of this fucking belief that.
Hey, Joe, I love this. These are the discussions I really love, because this ego, that anger, that is the ego. It's that part of us we can easily overcome it. It's actually much simpler than many would think. At least this is what I believe, because our ego is our thoughts. So if you just practice, that's what the meditation is. If you just practice releasing yourself from everything and at the same time becoming part of everything in the moment.
I understand that, believe it or not. I should not understand it, but I do.
Thank you. It's conflicting and it's kind of a contradiction. That's that is the key for our minds. We've got to be able to hold both sides of a contradiction.
Shah said that earlier. There's always two sides of every coin, light, dark, positive, negative.
Negative, yes.
That's bipolar shit. Anything that's polar, although if you look at the world and you only allow the base 3 to happen, you'll see that it's like a pyramid, or base 10, which is our number system, base 2.71. You know what I mean? It's logarithms.
I do not know what you're talking about with the logarithm. I mean, I know what a logarithm is, but I didn't get the basis and how that applies to life. I can't bullshit.
So our number system is base 10. They say that Atlantis or other civilizations that are older than us use base 9. But anyway, it's just what you consider the standard, the constant.
Okay.
And binary is the constant for computers, for example. Decimal, which is divide by 10, is the constant for mathematics, and the number system that English speakers use is Arabic. Anyway, it all has to do with the standards.
Where are we going with this? I'm high. You got to draw the line.
Yeah, that lost. I got lost right there.
No, I'm just saying it could be like perspective avenue. Anything can be whatever you say it is.
All right.
Okay, let's run with that idea. I'm not sure how we got there or what it.
Yeah, I forgot where we started too. Yeah.
But we really do have the ability to believe whatever we want Okay. Even if it defies what's in front of us.
Yeah.
And too often, well, that's how our governments and this economic system works, is by convincing us to deny what's right in front of us.
Sounds
But
like
that's
my
where self-awareness.
ex-girlfriend.
That's where self-awareness comes in, Jack. Right?
Amen. And Sly, though, here's what I learned for myself. And Joe, if you've already identified it in it with you, anger is a beautiful teacher. Anger is, this is my first, I agree with this, Tristan, thank you. Anger is a wasted energy. Do you really gain anything from anger? Here's what I found. When the adrenaline starts pumping, when that fight or flight kicks in, anger, and you're ready, your mind just tunnels.
Agreed.
Your awareness is lost. So I found anger caused my greatest problems. Sorry,
I
go
think
ahead.
that's true, but I wouldn't want to say it as no purposes or appliances. I think it was Shakespeare that says, when the war comes, lend thine eye a wicked perspective. He is saying, get angry at the proper time. I've seen it get me out of trouble with bullies, and I mean with police.
Right.
Any sign of weakness, they're going to jump you. When you flare on their ass, some of them, if you can pick the right one in your dance, it backs them up. So there's a tool right there, but it definitely does way 99% of harm more than good. You got to harness that shit.
That's base two systems representing themselves in reality. Sometimes you got to be the fucking killer, and sometimes you got to be the protector.
Yes, and that would anger would help then. If someone's coming in your crib, allow yourself to get angry and rip his fucking heart out.
Well, that's what society teaches us, but the spirit wants more. Okay.
The spirit wants more, but the spirit shows you that base two systems happen so much you have to be prepared. Base three, base 1,000 happens all the time.
Okay,
but you have to know how to direct it.
Wait, are we communicating when you say base 2, base 12? I'm not sure that we're all communicating. I'm not sure that's the best verbiage.
I just mean that, like, the yin yang. You know what the yin yang is.
Okay,
the whole
yeah.
spirit that comes with that. That's a base 2 system.
All
a trinary system, which they say the universe is more like a base 9 system, with which 3 is within that. Anyway.
No, I get you. I'm with you.
It happens. It's like resonant. You see that in everything because that's the way the universe works. It doesn't matter if it's base 1, base 2.
I understand.
Our corporate is base 10. Mathematics uses the base 2.71 or -1 if you want to get into that, or log 10.
Whatever the rule of equality is, or whatever.
There's 1,000 rules to use. So look at the same thing with every rule.
Well, here, listen. I think I understand what you're saying, but I want to point out what I think is happening. Our minds want to overcomplicate what is actually very, very simple. And
so a truth.
Well,
I think we're misunderstanding definitions of words.
Oh, he helped me a lot with that.
Also,
we're misunderstanding the definition of anger, righteous anger. We have to understand
go for that.
definitions. Yeah,
I'll go for that.
Let me kind of go with this anger. Anger could be directed to be constructive with proper training. I was considering those words, and especially with what you were saying, Joe, too, about the examples. Anger is a powerful force, but Joe, what I heard you describing is confidence, right? You don't have to be angry to be confident, but that's what our egos do.
I would bring up. It's the exact opposite. I'm afraid. I know I throw caution to the wind, but it's out of fear. That anger shit. I'm sure of it now after all these years, that the reason I flare and can't control myself, it is a fear-based response, that anger, I think.
It is, brother. But underneath every fear is a love. Okay.
Yeah,
so what I suspect, Joe, and actually, well, here's what I suspect based on your ability to communicate, articulate, to stay calm even when things get engaged.
Yeah.
I suspect you've probably been misunderstood quite a bit. And growing up maybe, and well, and especially being black compared to white, I'm sure your experience was quite different than mine.
The poor rich, well, not rich, but the poor ghetto neighborhood shit is like Beirut. It's a learning experience. And even if you're black and you're in a different neighborhood, you don't get it just because you grew up here or in Chicago or something.
Hey, here's what it comes down to. Every one of our fears is coming from a memory or an imagination, something we remember or something we imagine.
Yeah.
Many of them are real, but here's what I'm confident about, okay? I think our creator is the force and energy of love.
Great.
Love is our God. Fear is the
Yes.
distortion, right?
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
opposition.
Yes, I agree.
So if we can understand our fears, it actually leads us to new discoveries of who we are or what might be beyond those fears.
Yeah, that's
So-
opposite sides of the same coin shit again.
Why do we fear change, Jack?
Oh, I
Well,
love that.
well, the question is, is it possible to live without fear?
That's a good question. Much better question.
My question was, why do we fear change, Jack?
I know, but-
Austin, we'll get to yours, Austin. Hold it. It's a great fucking question. And I don't think
My bad,
we're
Sly.
gonna lose
My
it.
bad.
Here's we fear change because we've been conditioned to survive, and with survival you've got to have the resources and the support. And so when we find times where we have resources and support, if we lose those, or we can live with the fear of losing those, does that make sense? Or not
It
having
does. He's
enough
saying,
resources or support.
You say, what was your question? Why do we live with fear? Why
do we fear change?
Why do we fear change?
Because we
Yes.
spent so much time shoring up ourselves, whether it be our money, reputation, house, wealth, whatever it is. We fear anything that may divert us, because it's irrational. Fear is irrational. It may be more money and fame over there if that's what we're seeking, but we got our little chestnuts in the tree like a squirrel, and we're holding on to them, and we're scared to fucking walk away from them. Someone might take one.
Right. So we want to stay comfortable.
Amen. Here, allow me to roll just a little bit on this one, okay?
And don't forget Austin. That was an incredible fucking question. I don't even remember, but it was incredible.
It
can
was,
you live without fear? Is it even possible? Yeah.
Well, I believe that I'm an example. I am a man who has overcome.
You about to get shot right now. You're about to get
fears.
stabbed. I'm just letting you know you about to put your foot in, and I'm about to pull that rope, hang you upside down from a tree, and rip your guts open, dress you in front of these motherfuckers. But you continue. If you're about to tell me you've overcome your fear, you are that one man, and I'm about to fucking. I'm gonna go endless on you.
Are you saying you don't fear death, Jack?
No, I don't fear death. I fear a painful death. Not really fear, but I pray that that's not my future.
So you don't fear death at all?
To me, I wake up every day is no, not anymore. I faced my death. Because here, let's face it, the idea to end wars and expose the truth of the corruption, try and confront the Federal Reserve, those ideas, I actually thought I might succeed or gain some attention. And, people in the past who do that, they die.
Oh, no, that's bullshit. That's lame. No.
Yeah.
Let's give a better one. You're spinning out in your car, you hit black ice, you're doing 90 and a turn is coming. You're not thinking I'm scared to death?
Oh,
you're thinking, hey, God, I've been waiting for you, baby.
Okay. Let's jump to the end. Death is the big unknown. So do you fear what is not known?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Can you love what is not known? Can you be grateful for what you do not know?
I don't love. I don't love what. No, I don't. I don't love what is not known. No, that to me that's illogical.
I think it's logical. I think you can't love what you don't
To
know.
love
Blah
to
blah blah.
love what is not known. That doesn't. That's not a.
Yeah.
logical
You
statement.
can't love something you don't know.
Yeah, that's not a logical statement. I can fear what I don't know, but I can't love what I don't know.
I can. I do. And
don't
this is
see
what
how.
this is honestly what changed my life. And I want you to consider this, okay? You can too, because what is not known is the future. What we do know is the past. Slavery continues because everyone loves the past. Everyone's recreating yesterday and before. So if we can love the future, which we have no clue about, we can love and have faith in our creator. And this is, I think, this is the way. I tell you, all I can tell you is how I feel, what I've learned, and what I experience.
Hello, Wolf Lady.
Hello.
If I could say before you speak, Wolf Lady, how I see loving a thing without knowing a thing. The knowledge that I got now that you guys call the truth or community or whatever it is, where I realized I was free and I was no longer a slave. That epiphany, that revelation came along, and I love it. It changed me. I already love the next one, and I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it's going to be. I love the guy who has it planned for me because he gave me the first piece of crack, and I love it. I love him, and I don't know what he's got around the corner, and I already feel like I love it. So in that sense, I think I love what hasn't even developed yet.
But see, that I think that's the slave mind, though, Joe, because you're chasing something, right? Suppose it's not good for you.
Chasing God and good. How can it not be good?
Well, I mean, if you said the drug dealer, what he had, I'm just
it's crack. I'm chasing that shit. I love God, man. I love doing good. I get a high. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I get a dopamine rush.
I feel you, man. I was just messing with you about the drugs.
Hey, guys.
It is said that humans are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Right. So, it is.
They also say the chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. They sneak up on you, those habits.
They do. And that's why, the tradition of the baptism, it's supposed to be a rebirth, a renewal, breaking the habits of what we used to be in order to move forward as new. And that's the idea.
I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, I think you're right.
Hey, I got to ask, sorry to deflect the conversation, but there is a new Talcott clip just released. It's only a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Play it, Jack. Play it.
Thank you. That's kind of what I was thinking. I've been letting Paul do all the premieres on him, getting the first one going.
Hey, Jack, after all, life's about having fun, right?
I think so.
If we're not, we're fucking dying.
If you're not doing it right. It's the funniest shit in the world. I get in trouble every day for laughing when it looks like people are suffering and all of that bullshit.
Laughter is the best cure, man. Best fucking
knowledge. To me, I seek knowledge.
Same.
I think most do.
All right, this is only a couple of minutes, so we're gonna let live without compliance.
I am a little concerned now. What are you concerned about, Jack?
This is funny already.
Come on, man.
Just ignore what's going on in the background. My name is Jack Talcott. I'm an inspirational and motivational speaker. I'm also a certified life mastery consultant.
Keep your hands where I can see them and exit the vehicle.
I was inspired earlier today with some deep thoughts that
I said, driver, step out.
Value. As I was inspired, it occurred to me that I needed to do a
You're not in trouble. I just want to talk to you.
So that is what this recording is for. I'm actually sitting in my car in front of Best Buy. My selfie stick broke the other day when I was trying to figure this stuff out.
Look,
and
we know you stole the selfie stick from inside Best Buy.
Doing my best. You're going to see me grow. Hopefully not too many mistakes, and hopefully I learn quickly from
Just
my
cooperate,
mistakes.
and this can go a lot easier, okay?
Grow in my video productions.
Step out of the vehicle now.
Messages, in my development, I expect I'm continuing my development.
Step out of the vehicle now.
Day, and I will be sharing news and tips.
Sir, I need you to put your phone down and exit the vehicle.
Nonetheless, I am Jack Talcott. Please, if you like what you hear, subscribe.
Sir, put the phone down now and step out of your vehicle.
There's going to be plenty more coming. And I look forward to hearing from each of you. I look forward
I'm giving you a lawful order
for my thoughts to be heard. I think I understand.
Attention, driver.
How
we have more units on the way, so step out now.
I don't understand why we're here, but I think I understand how we are supposed to.
Sir, you're going to get tased if you don't exit the vehicle.
Oh Lord! Inspires
whoever
Sir,
made
don't
this
make us
is
break your window.
dumb.
My canine unit's going to send in his dog. You're going to get bit if you don't comply.
Until next time, namaste. God bless. Live without fear and search for your truth. I love you all. I don't want to go to jail. Holy cows, man! I don't want to go to jail.
Get on the fucking ground!
Oh, that was great. I wish I had a motherfucker who was that. That's a gift, Jack. Whoever doing that shit, man. He's a great person.
So cool. Do you know people are subbing to your channel because of these clips as well?
No, I did not. No. If I
Your
got
laugh is your laugh.
my laugh is in there.
Your laugh is in every beginning of at the beginning of the clip, yo.
That's right. I'm getting close, man. I'll have my 100,000. I'm 5,000 away, bro. I'm getting close, man.
Hey.
Sub to Joe Cool.
Yes,
Sub to Joe Cool.
5,000 more. Get out there, put the word out.
Jack, hook him up, Jack. Jack got connections. Hook him up, Jack.
Strippers on me, baby.
Hey, you can drop your link in the chat, right? You got mods.
I could, but I don't know.
You don't do that. I know. Here, I'll do it.
Mods, could y'all drop Joe Cool's link in the chat, please? Mods, please drop Joe Cool's chat.
I got it. Yes.
I was
let's get Joe over that 100K. So share him out with those
and
you
thank
know.
you, and thank you, any motherfucker who's taking the time to sub me, and a special thanks to anyone who's subbed me through Jack or Paul or one of these guys you see up here. Thank you extra for that shit, and thank Jack now for that shit as well. I don't even think about that. I really come over here. I don't read the chat. I'm just having fun. I don't think of that aspect of it, right? But fuck yeah.
But Joe, you stand on rights and freedoms as well when you in them streets. You know what I mean? So we need to show people how you do it as well.
You're right. I bet these people, I could be totally fucking wrong, but I would assume they don't even know me and what I do and all of that type of shit.
Hey, I want to come back to Austin's question.
Yeah.
Living without fear. We never really know when we're going to be afraid until we are.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So,
yes, this is good. So
what if you can just practice being in the now. If you can, like right now, recognize, is there anything to be afraid physically? Anything right now?
Wait. First, we have to define fear.
Okay. Fear is that shit
you don't know if you can live with fear until it happens. So first we have to define what is fear. Fear of your life, fear of like
harm, death.
Okay, so I guess it would go to your personal definition of fear. So what is your personal definition, Jack Talcott? What is your personal definition of fear? Yeah.
I've never done a specific. I know the generality. I know
Bro,
the
you
identified.
built a whole brand.
I know. Well, here. That's one of the things I was thinking of doing a presentation on is encourage people to expand their vocabulary on feelings, because we only know what we can describe. And if you don't have the right words for how you're feeling, well, you may assign the wrong definitions. So
I would check. Let me give you the dictionary definition. Let's see if it holds for your example, Austin. Fear. An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. Does that suffice for your definition of fear for what we discussed?
Can you say that again?
An unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain, or a threat. An unpleasant emotion was the first few words, and it comes because someone you believe someone is dangerous, likely to cause you pain, or a threat.
I love that, because actually that goes along with the answer I was going to offer, Austin. Fear is that unpleasant feeling, the unpleasant emotion, and it's disguised as many things: anger, depression, all sorts of crap.
You can fear depression or wave of depression. I get that. I can see that.
I fear being broke.
What's that? Fear
being broke. Yeah.
Dude, people get in relationships and fear being alone. They fear screwing up the relationship. They end up ignoring, our fears cause us so many problems, and everyone's got their own fears.
So can we go back to, because I'm still hung up on this, that you have no fear?
I don't think you can live without fear.
None of us have achieved it.
Well, there's certain basic emotions that humans have that are natural in our beings that you can't, that's just how we're programmed.
So we can live without, we choose what controls us to some degree.
Yeah, I agree. Okay? Yeah, it takes some getting used to it. I agree.
So we can know that fear exists. We can know that a particular fear exists within us based upon whatever circumstances.
Yeah.
Just once we do know that, then we can prepare ourselves and not let the fear control us.
Nah, you can prepare yourself a little bit, but again, to my black ice shit, you know that fear is irrational and all that, and you slip that black ice, your car goes sliding, your heart's going to jump out of your stomach. You can't control that.
All right, fair, but you can control how
you brace yourself. You can brace your goddamn self.
You better brace yourself.
Well, maybe, but you can control how you allow the feelings, how you react to the feelings. Those feelings may come up, and then what are you going to do? Are you going to freeze? Right. Are you going to use your head? And this is what I know. When anger and fear rise up, our minds, they start closing.
To focus,
we feel it's our ego. Our ego feels a lack, feels an insecurity, a danger.
Yep.
But see, then there you go talking about the control again, right? So when do you control those reactions? When do you control that outburst? You know what I mean? When do you without reacting? Because like most of us react, with that anger. It's a reaction. So how do we control it? Right.
If I could give Shy one, because I got a good one. I do the me shit, but when cop watching, I still develop a fear sometimes. Normally, I feel like I'm a god and I control the situation, but I might have just been smoking. I get out the car and I turn the corner and there's 10 cops, you know, and that anxiety and fear will rise. But I've been in that situation enough times where that shit don't last more than 2 or 3 seconds. I catch myself, hey, you don't do no pussy shit and let your heart race. And it controls, it goes back down like it's supposed to.
So the answer is, wait, hold on, Slash.
Yes.
The answer is so you said, how do you control the anger? The answer is it worth exerting the anger?
I love you, bro. You my new fucking favorite.
Honestly, that's
a
where
great
logic.
question.
That's where logic
I know
comes
some shit,
in
man.
handy.
Yes.
Well,
Is it one? I tend to, I want to say yes, but I think the answer is no. It gets the purpose served at the moment, you know, but you can't kill hate with hate or anger. So maybe in the long run, it's a deficit net loss.
Yes. Here, wait. The deficit and the loss. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but
I'm saying that it's a good thing. I use that anger to overcome my fear in the moment, but perhaps I'm contributing to a bigger thing in a negative way just by allowing anger to exist and using it.
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, babe.
Okay, thank you. Hey, I agree. What I've been learning though is the anger comes from our judgment. The fear comes from our confusion or lack of understanding or the unknown.
All that's just dope. Anger comes from judgment and fear from
I'm not sure if it comes from. I'm not sure if it derives from confusion. I don't know if that's a true statement.
Oh, that was it. Fear from confusion.
Well, it's a lack of understanding. It's a problem that's identified where our mind has not identified the solution.
Yeah, if we understood it, we wouldn't be afraid of it. It's logical.
Exactly. And this false evidence appearing real, that is the one that I've been convinced of, is that our minds will jump to conclusions, jump to assumptions, because it's normal for us to want to feel safe and comfortable.
It's our programming too. It's a lot of it's irrational because of our programming. You jump when you see a spider because you've been watching it in movies and fucking shit all the time. Had you grew up somewhere where you didn't watch that bullshit, you see a spider, you might eat that motherfucker. Because I don't watch too many living here and women jump on desks when they see a mice. It causes me to react in a different way, like a mice gonna kill me.
You ain't never lied, Joe. I just heard what you said, and you're so right. We were taught to fear every fucking thing, right? Yep. So when we, like you said, we don't really know that the spider is harmful, but because of our brain, because of what we were taught, we fear that spider.
Get away from that thing. Are you crazy?
Yeah. Right.
This is, I swear, I'm going to do this. What we're talking about, this conditioning of fear, this is exactly why I am so focused on this live without fear. We can help each other overcome fears the same way that everyone's been enabling everyone's fears. And when I'm saying fears, I'm talking about anxiety and depression and all these excuses that keep us from joy and fulfillment and happiness. So this live without fear, we were born into a world, our government and the entire economic structure profits from fear.
Yes.
It profits from manufactured scarcity, from manufactured competition.
Yes.
We've got to change this stuff.
Manufactured agendas, like, to push it. Everything is about pushing division and fear, right?
Jack, when you get shit, Jack, remember that the first step And all of us accomplishing all of these things is simply, as you put it, I'll use your words, understanding them. That is the first step. You got to understand the shit. Like Sun Tzu would say, know your enemy before you go out there and fight them. The battle is won in the planning room. If you are fucking figuring shit out once you hit the fucking battlefield, you've already lost. It's running a planning sense. So when motherfuckers give you shit about what you're doing over here, you're doing nothing. Understand that you're identifying the bad guy and you're helping others do so.
Here's some, amen. Joe, everything, yes. But we've got a lot of people that have been spending their lives and were raised how to fight. Okay? So fighting is in our nature.
Yeah.
And there's a time for it, but a true warrior knows when to disengage and knows when to try alternative methods.
The true warrior. I was talking to one of my guys was talking about Sun Tzu in one of the group chats the other day, and I told him, no, you're not a fan, or you wouldn't want to fight all the time and hate everybody, because he was using Sun Tzu to say that war is okay. I say, well, you obviously haven't read the fucking book. And he says that I read it. I found him simple and academic, which I hate that arrogance shit. But Sun Tzu, the whole fucking prelogue is 38 pages, before the books even start. And the first parts are dedicated to telling you, to explaining to you that if you're, he gives a story about, try to keep this short, about 3 different warriors. One was used his mind, one used a bow and arrow, one used a sword. All the people of that generation, they thought the sword shit was best. The other people thought the arrow was best. So they couldn't decide. They went to those guys and they said, which is best, the sword or the arrow? They say, you missed. You didn't even see the third warrior, the true warrior. If you are using either of these, you've already failed. I'm sorry, that's my neighbor's dog barking. You've already failed. The true warrior prevents the wars from even happening. You never have to use a weapon, and if you're not smart enough, you can't even see him move around. He is the true fucking warrior, the one who avoids the wars altogether, who sees them happen and devises a plan to stop them from happening. That is the true warrior spirit.
The ones who control the information.
Amen.
A responsible organizer.
We've been divided because, well, many things from the past brought us to where we are today. But I have so much faith, seriously. Here, if we can live with fear or with faith, those are both going to come from our thoughts and from our minds. The thoughts and mind are going to come from our environment. So where are we going? Who are we hanging out with? What are we spending our time consuming? So if people would just uncomplicate their own lives, right? If we just started learning how to share kindness with each other and really get over our egos.
And get over that fear. I notice when I walk into a room, and you guys as well, I'm sure it's the same thing, I'm not special, people have a prejudgment of me. They have a prejudgment of you, and their anxiety rises when they expect a certain behavior out of it, and they see how it's going to conflict with what they have, and they have a fear that we're going to argue, or he's going to say I'm wrong about a thing. If we can get past that anxiety, that fear that we develop, and just shut the fuck up, love that person, and listen to them. If we think it's foolish, we can laugh or whatever and say, no, I think it's foolish. But you allow that person his opinion, you weigh it, and it makes you better or not, or you cast it aside and we move on to the next thing. It's when people do how dare you say that? I can't believe how ignorant you are. Only a fool would believe that. It's those motherfuckers that cease the fucking conversation from going anywhere.
Hey, it's an old saying. 90% of people's first impressions are based on how you look.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. However you look, people You know, until you get
profile you. People will profile you. People will profile you.
I'm running to the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Well,
but that's a result of deep programming from, you know, this world that we live in.
Yeah, because when I go up on panels, you know, I'm profiled when I first go up. You know what I mean?
I don't
Let's
see. I'm so far out of the programming that I just love everybody.
Right, me too, me too, me too, Austin.
I do, seriously. I don't give a fuck if you look like Fabio. Fucking, I love you. I love you.
Yeah, because like I can't hate. I can't hate unless you cause me. I can't hate unless you cause me some kind of harm or some kind of what I mean. Could try to interfere with my energy. Yeah, that's the only way I can have any disturbance against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But who determines?
I don't.
I mean, here, this is. I don't mean to take
That's
this
your energy.
anywhere, but we each decide how we react. You know, we're each on our own paths.
Yeah, but you're reacting. But you're reacting from the programming that you've been given your entire life. You're reacting from the news and the media and everything you've been shown. That's. I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying we are reacting from what we are being shown. Oh, this type of person that looks this way is aggressive, violent, and will shoot people. So like, it's just programming, bro. And so
your guard is up, right? Your guard is always up.
This is exactly what I'm trying. What the purpose I'm trying to share. This programming only exists.
Yeah.
The programming only exists in the ego. Okay. And so we're going to follow those patterns. We're going to do the same stuff and react like the sheep that we're conditioned until we choose to change, until we seek to change. And as long as we keep saying, making excuses for ourselves, well, we're not going to actually change.
I agree with you. I agree.
Exactly, Jack.
I honestly think this world is ready to change. What I started pulling up, where what the comments Joe was sharing reminded me of this guy, the elect of God. I watched his video earlier. They hate your Godfidence. And I thought that was, hey, he's an inspiring channel. I've never talked to the guy, but I do, oops, there, that's what I wanted. I do receive inspirations from him too. The idea of having your confidence come from the truth within you. These are my explanations of his Godfidence, is that have trust and confidence in the truth, in what you know to be true now, because we can only know now. And so if you constantly stay true to what is true within you and true for you right now, and then just continue this now, you can live without sins, without fears. You can live, I mean, you can minimize the temptation and the opportunities for those things.
My faith in God, Talcott, helps me live without fear, right? Because if I trust in my spirit and I trust in my God, I shouldn't live with fear, right? Because God is going to take care of me as long as I take care of myself.
Hey, sister, it sounds so simple and it's so obvious, and that should be true. And it should be true. I lived my life without God. God wasn't part of our home, our weekly tradition. Life really wasn't, it was pretty challenging. And I know many Christians claim to have faith in God, but they're so afraid and they're worshiping the authority. Whatever the authority says, we got to do this. Or they want to argue. And it's like, no.
That's where it comes to you thinking for yourself and having consciousness in your own beliefs, in your own faith, in your own spirit, right?
Sly, amen. And this is what I was thinking about earlier. What I'm trying to offer here is my faith, right? Because a lot of people in this world have lost faith in each other, in God, in the government, in the
And
dollar.
authority. Yeah.
Amen. Well, it's easy to lose faith, but here's what I know. Our faith is built from humility. Put yourself humble to God. Take yourself a moment of silence and prayer, whatever. Bring yourself humbly to God. To present yourself with the commitment to be better, to follow the guidance, to improve. And I truly believe that this is the God that was intended, is the God who loves us, the God of the living, the God of life, who wants life, wants growth, wants us to experience all that we can. We've been deceived. But what are you thinking?
I don't know how you can say the God of the living when everything around us is upside down backwards.
Yes. God created the heavens and the earth. And in my mind, this God of ours did that for us. Because isn't it fun to give away what is amazing? You create something amazing, you love to give it away. So I think that's what God has done for us with heaven. And I heard there's some scripture about that.
It sounds like Austin is saying, you're saying God created these wonderful things and gave us to us. I agree. God gave us all these wonderful Legos, a pet kitten, and all of that. We take the Legos, set the kitten on fire, throw the Legos on the floor so our parents will step on them, and then we say, "How did God let all these horrible things happen?" So we got to take
No, I think it's
responsibility
higher.
for this shit.
I think it's more powerful than that. I think it's way more deeper than that. The entire system is evil. I don't think humans are smart enough. I don't think humans are smart enough to create the legal system that we are entrapped in right now.
Oh, okay. I go for that. It's part of God's plan in order to teach us our lesson. It's meant and it's inevitable type shit. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that, okay, you said that the evil was contrived and created by the people that were created by God. But
Basically,
I'm saying, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying humans are not smart enough to create all these United States codes and these court systems and this slavery and genocide.
Who did?
I don't know.
But you're saying it's not human. So maybe some dark demon, maybe one of the unheavenly third that was cast down and lost the war with God. Those that run to and fro down on earth who sow deceit and deception, maybe they came
When
up
they
to
killed
that.
Jesus Christ, Joe, when they killed Jesus Christ, man.
I believe it's some sort of magicry. I can't tell you. I don't know. But it's not good. It's not good.
Here,
Wolf Lady, I haven't heard you speak a lot. You're gorgeous, and I appreciate your gorgeous background. And I know that's weed you're smoking. That's why you keep looking off camera. What's on your mind, love?
No, I've been listening and I like it. I'm just very tired. That's all.
All right. Since you're tired, I love to quiz people. I got a bad habit of that. I would love to quiz you and see where your mind is. Since you're tired, I'm gonna spare you that bullshit. But I would like to. Good, because I want to know where you are, so I know where to weigh you in when I'm coming up with these, or we're pondering these things. I want to know where I can include you and shit. But I had to know how you think. Is it true? All I know about you is what Jack says, is that you're going through transition right now, and that you used to be a man and you turned into a woman. Is that true? That's all I know at this point.
No. That's not.
Joe Cool, you stupid.
You got the wrong person, Joe Cool. You got the wrong person.
All right.
Yeah, no.
That was a
No,
test
I
too,
am
Vegas.
100% woman. I was born that way, and that's how I am now. And Dirty Larry can confirm.
Yeah. All right. And by the way, Jack didn't say that. That was part of the test. I mean,
You know
I
she.
figured.
Hey,
Joe Cool. That's Dirty Larry's. That's Dirty Larry's. Lady.
I'm
Joe
not
Cool.
sure I know who Dirty Larry is.
Yeah, Dirty Larry is one of the streams I be on in the morning. He has a stream in the morning. I be on his panel sometimes.
If I saw it, that would help me in determining the type of girl she is. Go ahead, Jack. I see you trying to speak.
They're on there with Moose and.
All right, so they're probably kind of open-minded. Then go ahead, Jack.
Hey, I just wanted to bring this, back to God, honestly.
How? Hey,
where
hold on.
Yeah.
Is it okay, bro? I can't help but ask this question: how is the creator not evil?
Oh, let me answer. Oh no, you go, Jack. But then let me answer when you're done.
Because
Go ahead,
everything
bro.
is upside down. How? Like we're literally living in fucking slavery.
All right, let me ask you. Let me do it. Fuck it, I'm impatient, Jack. I'm sorry. Austin.
What's up, bro? What's up?
If Jack is correct, and this is just a simulation created for us, right? What you perceive as evil, that baby that fell out that window, or the mother starved the baby, or whatever. It's so evil. The world is fucked up. Babies are dying. What if? It's just a fucking video game, bro. It's GTA.
I know. Oh, yeah.
The baby didn't
there.
really die. So was it really evil? The baby didn't die. It was just a simulation.
I'm all the way there with you, man.
So we can't say for sure that it's evil and the world's fucked up.
That's why they're never building new fucking graveyards. I don't see new grave sites being built. People are dying every day. Hundreds and thousands of people are. Wait, hold on. Hundreds and thousands of people are dying every fucking day. But I never, ever see new graveyards being built. It's almost like a dream or a fucking simulation. Literally.
Not only that.
Is this real? Is this fucking real?
I'm in a big city. I would think that I would see more people being buried and more graveyards.
I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it.
All right.
I don't see new graveyards. It's all fucking, dude. It's a fucking. It's the Matrix. It's the fucking Matrix.
Yeah.
Austin, hold up.
It is. There's much we don't see, but what does it matter? Okay, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. What matters is our experience. And the only thing we'll experience from now on is now. And this is where humanity, it's been a there's patterns to history, to the evolution and development of our governments and our economics. There's patterns to everything. There is a perfect system in which creation started and now we're a part of.
Jack, you believe in evolution? Jack, you believe in evolution?
Hell no, he doesn't.
I believe in the concept of life evolves and grows and adapts. Yes.
Oh, wait. No, don't fucking settle for
This
that.
is where we have to get terms and definitions.
Yes, we must become more. We got to get more into that shit. Do you believe that man came from apes and monkeys, Jack?
No.
No, I believe the evidence supports other theories.
Do you believe? Go ahead. Do you believe that apes and monkeys came from fish, which came from primordial ooze?
I'm not convinced. I've heard that theory, but there is, science today shows that there is like an internal process, even at like the protein level, for them to replicate and grow in different ways based on the environment. So
you say for them, you mean animals?
The proteins.
Oh, for the
like
proteins to grow, meaning it can alter, meaning it can alter you on a cellular level, meaning that if we did come from monkeys, we'd have toes because we used to use them. But because we've been walking so long, they'll get smaller and eventually they'll disappear because we only use them for maybe a hair of balance nowadays. The way we stand, our posture would have been made so we can look over the tall grass and we can see what's coming. You know, these things, these protein developments that you're talking about seem to have occurred, and they occurred for our favor. I'm just saying there's evidence of this creation theory that we came from monkeys and all of that shit. There's really good evidence. Our vestigial tail, your spinal bone shit, you know, that tailbone, there's no use for it anymore. So it's leaving because we left the tree, but it's still there. And we know we had once had a tail like a fucking monkey.
Hey, Joe Cool. Hold on, Jack. I know you want to say something. Hey, Joe Cool.
Yeah.
If we came from monkeys,
yeah.
Why do monkeys still exist?
Well, that's the way these things work. It works like a tree. One branch, like for instance, it'll develop adaptations, mutations of proteins as Jack put them, and that line can go off and form its entire shit, and the other line that's still a crocodile that hasn't changed in 65 million years. They both can exist.
I already knew what you were gonna say. How about we just get to the deeper question, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait. Let's get to the deepest question, right? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a two-part question.
Okay.
Okay. So we are created, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In order to be created, there has to be a creator, right?
I would agree. Yeah.
Okay. Who created the creator?
Oh, well, that does not. That's not a thing. Wait. I mean, this is an easy one, Jack. I mean, I don't need
no, it's not.
help on this one.
No, it's not.
The only way that
created,
you would.
There's a creator. So who created the creator? It's an infinite. It goes on and on. There's no
only if you believe in that time shit. Only if you believe in before, after. Those are not real things. A thing could have always existed.
No. I believe that the creator is outside of time and space. I believe the creator is outside of time and space. I believe that. I don't believe in time, space, and matter. I don't believe in any of that.
So
well, what are we? What are we? Aren't we matter?
Hey, hold on. This is the unanswered question, and I can't answer it. Nobody can answer this question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why pose it if nobody can answer it?
Oh,
fella?
I'm interested, baby. I'm interested. Let's hear it.
Fuck you. I'm trying to fuck your brain up.
Let me light this blunt first.
I'm trying to fuck your brain up because if we are created, there's a creator, right?
Yep.
Okay. So who created the creator? It's an infinite question. So it's outside of our fucking conception. It's outside of it.
Yes and no. Yes and no. We get hints and clues.
We can't understand.
Let's hear Joe's answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you believe, and in order for us to say there has to be a creator, something became before, something came after, understand that these are rules that the creator
stuff doesn't come from nothing.
Stuff doesn't come from nothing are the rules that you understand because the creator created those rules.
And who created the creator? Who created the creator that created those rules?
I would assume.
You see how we can't answer?
No, because you keep cutting me off.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro, there's no answer to the question.
Let him, but can he let him give his opinion, Austin.
I get what you're saying, Austin, but
I'll go. All right.
Yeah, I'd like to pose one solution is the only reason you're thinking three-dimensionally, right? When you think that there must be, by your logic, there must be something that started it all to make the creator. And that's simply not true. The universe does not have boundaries the way we think it must. a thing must have occurred in order for this to occur. That's only because we believe those rules exist. They don't really exist. It's easy. I'm almost done. It's easy when you believe that, recognize that, to understand that the creator could have always been, and it's a small thing for him to always been. He didn't need a creator, because the rules that we think that it takes one thing to push another and get it started does not necessarily apply. He made those for your life and my life. Yeah.
And I understand that. I understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying, who created that creator?
Here, Austin.
We will never know. We won't never know, Austin.
Let me jump in here, please.
Exactly. I understand everything Joe Cool just said. I understand it.
You guys are saying the same thing. The creator
let Jack talk.
The paradox of time space, and
we can't. It's beyond our fucking brain. Yeah.
Right. It's beyond what we can know, and it is irrelevant to what we do.
Why? Why is it irrelevant? Why is the nature of your?
Because we'll never know, Austin.
We will never know beyond the limits of time.
Why is the relevance of your existence irrelevant?
Well, that's kind of the point that I've been trying to share, is I've actually learned a lot of this stuff that I know for myself. It makes sense, and we all share the same logic. So
this is tricky.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go, bro.
All right. But you just said the relevant of your life. You just said that the relevance of your existence is irrelevant.
Yes, it is.
Let him explain it, Austin.
That's crazy.
Only the ego believes that we matter. Only the ego believes that it has some sort of significance.
So
I'm gonna give you pushback when you're done with your thought. I'm with Austin, I think, on this one.
Well, here it is the paradox that we get to solve. We get to try and figure this out, because in the greater scope of space and time, we are little parasites here on whatever shape this planet is. We are insignificant specks in the scope of time. Right. We are nothing.
You are correct. Even taking all of that in consideration, as Austin's questions, is it irrelevant? It's a small thing. I agreed. Maybe, perhaps not. But is it irrelevant? It cannot, in my opinion, by definition, be irrelevant, because I have a purpose down here. If it's to learn a lesson, we're here to learn a lesson. Therefore, it's not irrelevant. If we're here to grow, help someone else, whatever it is, it's not irrelevant.
That's who?
Joe, I
think the only thing
I didn't mean what Joe was saying was irrelevant. I meant the question, the answer to the question: who created the creator?
Right. That's what I agree with, Jack. That's kind of not relevant. What we have here now is.
But Joe Cool, who says you have relevance? You say nobody else does.
Yes, I'm only giving my opinion. I would agree. Yeah.
So I can't point to anything else that says I have relevance to even fucking be here.
Yeah, I would disagree with that. I'd give you pushback on that too. I think we're all part of one whole, one dynamic. You play an integral part, blah, blah, blah. You have a purpose.
Okay, tell me where I'm wrong. Yeah.
Anna got something to say, y'all.
Please allow Wolf Lady jump in.
I'm getting happy. My bad.
It's okay. Our that can all be summed up with which came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
No.
With the creator.
No. Those rules do not exist. All right, here. No, there is not. I'm sorry. I love you, and I don't mean to start shit when I'm just meeting you. But these are. You say that the chicken must come before the egg. That is not.
No. I did not say that.
Okay. Well, which came first?
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Can be along the lines of who created the creator.
I would agree. I would agree, but here again, I'm going to give the same argument I'm trying to give Austin. You pose that question, and we think it's a valid question.
I'm here for Jack. I just want to hear
Moose.
from Jack.
Nobody
You're
knows.
doing a great job with everything, Jack. And I
Moose,
want to say
Moose.
I love you, brother. And
That's
I
awesome.
donated tonight because I want to show you that I love you, and I don't want to interrupt you. I want to hear from you, though, not everybody else.
All right, you can hear from Jack as soon as I'm done.
right. Yeah.
What came first? Hold on, Austin, please. The chicken of the egg thing. The reason we ask that question is because of our knowledge, again, of the laws of physics. One thing has to come before another. If you opened your mind and saw that there are different laws down here, your thinking would change. I'll give you an example. If I take a glass or a picture and I knock it off the table and it breaks, one thing we know for sure is that the particles that it breaks into will be smaller than the whole. Correct?
Correct.
You took a glass picture, you knocked it off the tape, it falls into 100 pieces.
Correct.
They
Correct.
will
Correct.
all be smaller than the whole. We
Correct.
think that is science, anything else is illogical. But then when you get into quantum physics, and when you have unlimited amount of power, you find out that you slam two atoms into each other and they produce, they fracture and produce sizes that are the exact same as the original. So now you'd be thinking of those laws when you consider what must be, right? When you take those laws into consideration, and that there are laws that we haven't even discovered yet because we're just new to this quantum physics bullshit. These laws that we depend on, an apple must fall down to fall gravity. We find that these things are not true. Hence, the chicken or the egg, one must have came first, is not necessarily even fucking true.
Yeah.
Wait. So you said if you take two atoms and you collide the atoms.
Hold on,
Jack,
please.
let Jack talk, Austin.
Thank you. Everything really, there's all this information that's available for us of how everything works, and we each get to choose what we learn based on what's available. And no one knows beyond what they've learned. Okay? So Joe, what you're saying, there is some amazing discoveries. I agree. Some amazing things being observed and shown through the sciences of today.
Yeah.
And through the technology, we've got access to much of this. But here's what I want everyone to please consider. Imagine how much we don't know. Imagine how much these damn corporations and governments are fucking withholding from us.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
Oh,
man.
wait, sorry.
We're
okay, my lack of faith.
We're withholding our own information. Now, in this day and age, our biggest problem is watching YouTube shorts and Pornhub over actually trying to, use the internet to scour and find truths.
Shut up, Joe. Don't be telling our damn business. Come on, we be doing that. Shut the hell up. Don't be telling. Y'all always, that's what they say about us. We always telling our business.
Hey, and you complain about me and Larry telling our business.
Hey, I want to, the world of the unreal, welcome back. If I remember right, there was some, I'll say disappointment. So if I'm right, welcome back. I'm glad to see you again.
Me?
Well, you too, Flo. Welcome back, brother.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't want to leave it out there. Hanging out there. I believe in evolution and all of that shit, but I also believe that the story in the Bible where there were men out here, they came from monkeys, and us, descendants of God, were created in the garden. And then when we left out, he was like, what are we going to do with these primordial motherfuckers? They're going to try to kill me. And he was like, I'm going to put a mark so you'll be okay among those people. Those were the ones that came up from apes. And when God time came, he created his kids and we lived among them. That's my belief. That's why there are two stories of creation in the Bible.
So where did the cavemen come from? Because that's what I'm looking at.
Those would be the ones who came from evolution. Charles, whatever the fuck his name was. Charles Darwin. Thank you. When we were here, humans, Homo sapiens as we know it, there were 5 other branches of humans still alive at that point. Right. So, and we were the ones that won out, whether we fucked each other or whether we killed each other, which is more likely, maybe a bit of both.
Hell yeah.
We were the ones that won out. Once that shit was settled, then it was time to release those kids from the Garden of Eden. And he was worried about people who already exist out there. Those are those people that had come to Homo sapien, and we were among them. He would have told us be cautious among these people. They are sheep. I mean, they are wolves in sheep clothing, blah, blah, blah. Those are the descendants of fucking Darwin. We are the descendants of God.
Darwin's grab bag.
Preach! Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Talcott. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Here's the greatest deception that many people still want to fight to believe. There is no separation between us and God. The God that's beyond space and time, we are within. There's no separation from us and the Creator or the creation.
You don't have to sell me. I believe it.
Well, so if that's true, which I've convinced myself to believe, if that's true, if God is with me and God, by God's grace, I'm allowed to be who I am as I am.
Yeah.
Well, this was where I started from today. Praise God. Thank you, God, for the life you allow me to live.
You're welcome.
You stupid.
Okay, but carry that through. What allows you to live?
Blood.
Your body is the temple which houses God. So worship your temple, worship your body, fill it with bliss and peace, with respect and love. Fill your temple with gratitude. And then the praise of God is just overflowing because that's how you feel.
And you'll be
So,
thankful
Jack,
for those challenges. Go ahead, Sean.
can I ask the question? Jack, so if I show up here with you every day, could we kind of do that together?
Wait,
Which
do
part?
what? No,
Amen.
yeah.
Do what?
I asked Jack a question, y'all. Thank you, please. So if I show up here with you with this same energy, can we work on that together?
Please. Absolutely. I'm enjoying this. This has been wonderful. I mean, fellowship and friendship here in the metaverse. That's, guys, thank you. Yes, Sly, to answer your question. Yes, I believe if you return, we can work on those things together.
Yeah, because you know, I've always really had a place in my heart for you, Jack. I just saw the stubbornness. I saw the ego. I saw the anger, and you know, I just want to work through it with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt you at all.
Listen, I'm just trying to get some ass from you, Jack. I don't have great expectations. You don't have to be honorable. I'm trying to get some booty.
Fuck you, Joku.
We all know what we heard.
Now here we go with the chaos. Didn't Jack just tell y'all?
Well, Joe,
You better
I
keep your
tell
hand
you
on
this.
camera.
You ain't getting none of that from me. Sorry.
We are all Jack working through Jack. We are all Jack Talcott working through Jack Talcott. We are all the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There is no. We are not separate. It just looks that way. There is no separation between us, but that is a great tool that the bad guy, the deceiver, uses to say you're over there alone, and Joe Cool, you're over there alone, and that is simply not the case. Or to say you can hurt Jack and pay no price. If I know Jack is a part of the body, like the ear or the nose, I cannot hurt him and pay no price.
Exactly.
And he is definitely a part of me. I cannot hurt him. In fact, I have a vested interest in making my body better, as Jack was just saying. So I have to feed Jack good shit. I have to make sure that motherfucker stay on his square and don't fall for dumb shit. You know, I have an obligation to that dude because he is me.
That's why I stuck around, Jack. That's exactly why I stuck around, Jack. Because that's what I want with me and you.
Yeah. Hey, your mic is a little bit louder than everybody else's.
No, because I'm yelling. I'm trying to get Jack to hear me.
You're just louder than everybody else.
Yes, exactly. My energy.
Remember that, Jack. He's a loud one.
Yeah, well, Jack already knows me. You know, I just want Jack to feel my true energy and know I'm not bullshitting him.
Yeah.
I know that.
Nope, Sly, you
Joe,
won't get no bullshit from her.
there's a question. I know you're in a committed, or you have a committed, but if you want to answer, I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely in love. I got the best woman ever. And all of these are jokes. I would not cheat on her fucking with whoever, that Megan Fox chick. I think she's hot as fuck. She couldn't get no cock from me. Jack, you might get some cock. Don't give up. You might get some. But yes.
But I know his lady. I know his lady as well, Jack, and she's a very sweet young lady.
Yeah, she's really sweet. She's the type that you got to pull over the car so she can take a picture of some type, right? She's that girl.
She takes pictures of the flowers, the moon,
in the morning. I get a dozen photos of the sunrise if I'm not with her. If I'm with her, she's waking me up. Let's go outside. Oh, look, the cows are out. The horses are out. Everything's amazing to her, and it's she's the greatest gift I ever had.
Heard you speak highly of her, Joe. That's a blessing. And you know what? Welcome, Scott. Sly, with what you were saying. Thank you. What I'd like everyone to kind of consider, whether we like people or not, in the state of the world, people are the problem. People are the problem in our own lives, but people are people. And if we can find a way to love people,
go ahead, Jack. Don't get lost. People are people. You're onto something there.
Well, I'm just saying, if we can find a way to love people, despite their tendency to be like people,
to let us down, right? Because we have these expectations,
Sure. But but Talcott, as adults though, right? We are responsible, right? Do we hold people accountable when they start going outside the rim of the energy that you don't need?
Well, we each make our choice as to how we spend our time. And so if there's energies with people that, don't suit us, it's either time to change the energy or time to change the space.
Or you could also, you can change your energy. You don't have to react to a thing that a person does. You don't have to let it get to you. When you get, become an adult and get really good at this shit that we're trying to do, you'll be able to shake that off or laugh at it. It won't fucking bother you. And
self-control.
Then you can delve into deeper waters. Some rooms I can't go into. I don't have a taste for those who are doxing and tearing people apart. But I was a soft ass motherfucker. If someone hopped up here and said, Trump is a god, or Democrats are great, or you're a hard ER, I would have jumped there and tried to choke them out. Now I've gotten better. I don't let that shit bother me.
Yeah, we just call them slaves. Fuck them. Just call them slaves.
Keep it moving.
Here, the key to happiness, right, is to find peace. And that was the thumbnail. Don't let the behavior of others destroy your peace. Peace is always available. It's just the lack of resistance, the lack of conflict. And I heard it a long time ago. If you look at your experience as, well, it's time spent in energies. Different states of energy give us our different emotions and feelings. So if you recognize that everything is temporary, everything comes up, everything is temporary, and we don't have to get too attached to anyone or anything, even in the time.
Let me ask a question when you're done. I gotta go.
One last thing. The easiest way to avoid fears and those bad feelings is to stop judging. Stay curious. Stop believing you know everything. You know enough to be the one to hold someone accountable or whatever. We want to stay curious so we can stay grateful. If we receive everything, there's nothing to be angry at.
All right.
One thing to say is I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Mute.
Let me ask a question, and I'm telling you guys, it's a setup question. It's meant to, it's a fucked up question, and it's meant to be that way. So, Jack,
Are we
don't
going to
cut off.
fight?
Don't
We
cut
going
off.
to fight?
I hope so. And don't cut off the response to shit too, Jack. I know it looked like it's gonna go to a dark place, but since we're highly elevated, this is something I'm curious. I'm gonna make a statement here. All right.
Always a fucking wrench thrower, Jack. Always a damn wrench thrower.
I need the critical thinking skills of critical thinking people. I'm so tired of the way white people treat black people. How can I get everybody to stop being so damn racist towards black people?
Stop watching TV. Stop watching the
How do you
propaganda.
stop it?
Yeah.
Is that the
Well,
question?
stop believing.
Yes.
Stop believing in the fucking brain. Stop believing in the brainwashing propaganda that they're throwing in our fucking face.
So I can stop racism if I just stop believing in it. It'll suddenly stop.
No.
Hey, Joe Cool, have you ever listened to Jesse Lee Peterson?
Jesse Peterson? I don't think so.
Yeah, we know about Beta.
All right.
Beta.
Hey, there's no such thing. Okay, so he would tell you that there's no such thing as racism. There's only hate. There's only good and evil. So
will he tell you he's gay? Will he tell you he's a homosexual though? He won't tell you that. Beta.
Let him finish.
Come on, please.
Yeah, there's no such
I'm
thing
sorry.
as
I'm sorry. I'm just on him.
I'm saying there's no such thing as racism. That word, it's good or evil. It's right versus wrong. It's believing in it's just hate. There's no such thing as fucking racism.
All right, I
hate.
love it.
It's good versus evil.
I want to press on a little bit, but I want to get any other responses first. I see a hand. Wolf Lady, what do you think? How do we end racism?
I believe wholeheartedly that the way I was raised, okay? Basically, it doesn't matter what color you are. There are good and bad in every single color, period. You know, there's your white people, there's your honky. There's your black people, there's the and you know what I mean? There is good and bad in every single color. So you
I like
can't.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else? How do we end
Yeah.
racism? Flo? Hold on. Flo was
Yeah.
going to answer.
Go ahead, Flo. Go ahead, Flo first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that if you understand that racism is, I believe racism is manufactured. It's not an organic development in people. It's promoted as a wedge. It's a wedge issue, right?
Yeah.
If you understand that that's happening, that's where it comes from, and that the people who are racist are victims of that. And it hurts them in their day-to-day life way more than your brief interaction with them will hurt you. It just doesn't. It's not going to stop everything, but it will.
I got to tell you, I'm so impressed with all of you guys' answers so far, which is why I expected, which is why I asked the question. And I tried to trip you up with that white people shit. Nobody fell for that shit so far.
I got one for you, Joe.
Okay, Sai, how do we end racism?
Stop, like they said, stop falling for the agenda of the division. We are all human beings. We are all God's children, right? And if you want to separate and divide yourself, like everybody else does, right? You're part of that system. If you think for yourself and you should treat your fellow man or fellow woman the same as you want to be treated, then that will end racism. You treat people as you want to be treated.
The golden rule.
Right.
Hold on. Let me
It's the
respond.
golden rule. It's the golden rule.
Hold on. That works for getting rid of racism in you, but I'm talking about getting rid of it in others and stopping it in others as well.
No. Wait,
I lead by example. I lead by example.
It starts with the individual. It starts
Yeah.
with the individual.
I lead by example.
It's also geographical.
But yes, the question I'm proposing is a bigger one. Not how do you yourself. I am talking about how do we stop it on a bigger scale. Keep that in mind while you're answering the question.
I think it's the wrong question. It's the wrong question because we can't. And it's not really our place to control other people or how they behave or what they think. Even if it is wrong, it's still not. They still have free will.
I would agree, but I would say that it is our responsibility to end it because people are suffering and that type of shit. And as a child of God, your duty is to stop people from hurting other people. So it's my duty to stop motherfuckers, the cops, from hurting people or the government or any fucking racist ideologies that are left over and that people still believe. It's my duty to combat them in some areas.
So what do you have? I mean, what's your answer?
I probably don't have anything good. I would have went with shy. The first thing you do is you get yourself in order, and the second thing you do, a big thing is you get white folks, and I'm using it in the term. We know there is no race. I hope we're all adults here, but white people in the definition of now, because they can be in a room where I'm not, and that's where other people will show their ignorance. They won't show it around me. They'll hold it because they're, a black motherfucker might snap on them. But they'll feel more liberated in a room where I'm not. Same way I can fight the gay battle because motherfuckers feel like they can talk about gay motherfuckers when gay motherfuckers aren't around. Or white people. I get a lot of people hate you niggas. And then I got to stick up for you cats when you're not around. If I can have a bunch of intelligent white motherfuckers on my side and see the way you guys see, first of all, racism is a thing. And the colors don't matter. You could switch it up. If black people were in position at that time, we would have done the same fucking thing. Color doesn't matter. You get white motherfuckers started down that fucking road and they're preaching it to other motherfuckers who be, I hate niggers. And why you stirring up the good Negroes? You get them talking to them folks, and now I got a shot.
My favorite word is the N-word, man. I love the N-word. I swear, it's the best word ever. We're all nobodies. We all sit out here acting like we're somebodies, but we're all nobodies.
Did you come up here to tell us you love niggers?
No,
Hey, let's not. Hey, we're still on YouTube, guys.
Bro, I'm not a nobody. I'm not a nobody. I'm not a nobody. You just said we're all nobody.
I am
somebody. In the greater scheme of all time, you're here for a blink of an eye.
Yeah, but you just said we're all nobodies. I'm not.
Well, I'm trying to get away from a useless word that I don't like using, calling everybody ignorant. Okay.
Let me give you. Let me cut in here. Let me give you
just a minute. Just a minute. Excuse me, Steve. I don't like to think of racism as being very well defined these days. People are throwing that word out for a little bit of everything. And I do think racism exists, but I think that
it doesn't exist.
Okay, well, excuse me for a minute.
Hold on.
Well,
let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk, y'all. Let him talk.
No, it's evil versus good. That's all it is.
Thank you, Austin. Simple. Excuse me again.
Yeah, mute him, y'all.
Hold
just to let him finish, y'all. Just to let him finish. Mute him,
right.
too.
Yeah. Tell me about everything.
We have to understand that we're all of the same race. Individually, we kind of separate ourselves. And of course, that's what the system is designed to do, is tell us how different we are. But let's just burn us down into primordial soup. They'll barely be able to tell our differences. The one thing that you will find about the black race over the white race, if you want to call colors rather than shades, I don't care, but you'll find that they have 9 ether and they have some other chromosomes that we don't have. So I don't think anybody should be claiming or propping up superiority over one another. It's just a man-made ideal, and we're all here. It's literally.
I think we're in agreement with that, Scott. We're trying to how do we get rid of it? A lot of people really believe this bullshit. Just like politics. I need to get rid of
ignorance isn't going to change.
Left versus right is a thing. I need to stop that. I can't have people believing left versus right is really a real thing. I got to fight that battle too.
Right, Joe. The answer to all of this stuff. The answer to all of this stuff is just what I've been saying.
I'm going to fucking stab you.
Well, to overcome race.
Go ahead.
So it's everything we've been talking about. People are saying these things, but it's like they don't understand what they're saying. We live in fear. or love, varying shades, varying degrees. Fear and racism come from the false belief of separation. We are all one time. We are all one humanity together.
So is
And
the solution to teach people that we are all one, or is
yes,
that the first bit of knowledge we need to take an action? Oh God, excuse me, Lord, that weed is good. Bro, that shit tastes so good. I wish y'all could have hit that with me.
Shut up, Joe.
So the honest and most absolute truthful answer, the solution for the world is the way of the Christ.
No, you're just gonna
Jesus
say that. That's
showed us.
yeah.
Jesus showed us the path, shared with us the understandings of
Not
God.
sure you're answering my question. I get you. That's how you solve it in yourself. How do I get it to another motherfucker? Just get him to convert him to God? How do I
When
get
they're young,
police
they
to
got to
stop
start when
pulling
they're
over
young.
black people at a higher rate? How do I stop that?
Joe Cool, here you go. Wait a minute, y'all, please. Joe Cool, here you go. When you hear somebody being racist, or when you come in contact with somebody being racist, just slow them down, right? And stop them and say, hey, why can't we be a human race and not a different race?
That's a great start, but that's reactive, not proactive. I want proactive too.
But if then you're gonna be fighting and arguing and all that kind of shit when you be proactive. See, when you be
Jack, were you done?
no, I'm sorry. When you be proactive is when you can talk to somebody. Being
Right.
reactive
Let
is
Jack
when you start
finish.
yelling.
Let Jack
Well,
finish.
Thank you. The solution for the collective is the same for the individual.
Okay.
We've got to end secrets and lies. When we stop when we stop allowing our government and corporate officials to corrupt the land, I mean, the prophets, I'm a believer in the Bible and I don't know the damn words, but it talks about the end, and I think this is the beginning. I think we are here to somehow come together, right, with faith. Go ahead, Flo.
Oh no,
Jack,
I was running after you, but go ahead and finish.
Jack, fuck that. Jack, aren't you just telling me that the answer to cure racism, Joe, is just be nice? I'm not buying what you're selling right now. Just be nice, follow God. That doesn't help me. I'm a huge fan. What are you saying? You're not really giving me advice here.
I've
we have
said
to
it.
understand, but we have to understand the root of the word and of the emotion. The racism is just a word. We have to understand the root and the intention and the meaning behind.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the intention of the individual behind the word.
I love it. That's going to lead us to start talking about. Oh shit! I think I.
But it's always hostility, right? The intention is always hostility, which is
the reaction is always hostility. The reaction is always hostility.
But what causes it is, in my opinion,
I think it's greed more than hostility. I think it's orchestrated through greed more than
okay.
hostility.
Well, that's in the criminal justice system. I totally agree with that in the criminal justice system.
Thing, right?
But then it's not racism; it's classism.
Wait. It's both. Let's not kid it out. It's going to be a multi-dimensional thing, multifaceted thing here. It will be a lot of things. Let's not exclude racism so fast. I would agree that it's even more poverty related, culture related, and those things. But let's not exclude racism altogether.
Guys, racism, even the gender separations, all of this comes down to economic separations, because this damn species has placed more value on money than on wisdom.
Yup.
Yeah.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and wickedness in high places.
In the unseen world, correct.
Rules, policies, and codes.
Yes, I truly believe that is the legal structures of our corporations and governments. They're friggin' demons. They are heartless, soulless entities that have been created by the collective, by mankind.
But how do we not carry it on our shoulders? How do we get it up off our shoulders?
By speaking the truth.
We
The
govern
proactive
ourselves.
way
We
to
don't
combat
need them.
racism would be to proactively make friends with people of another race. Joe Cool and Sly are doing it right
That's a
now.
good one.
I do
That's
it
a
when I
good one.
go on Jay Prince's panels
You
and
go
things
on
like
Jay
that.
Prince panel?
I go on Jay Prince pretty regularly. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
came
quite a
from the
bit.
Fight Club.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't anymore. At first, I would get a lot of shit for being the only white guy up there. I don't anymore. But
Yeah, I think I remember you,
that's how
Flow
you do it.
State. I think I remember you in the because I used to be in the chat all the time. Did you ever go to Fight Club?
I have not. I
Oh,
watched
okay,
it
just Jay
occasionally, but
Prince.
I haven't gone up there.
Oh, just Jay Prince.
Yeah.
Okay, Pookie.
It's all fucking spiritual. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. It's all good versus there's no other way to look at it. It's good versus evil.
Listen, when I started hanging out in these streets, I'm sorry, Jack. When I started hanging out in these streets, though, I went up on panels with, I was the only melanin lady that went up first. Then a couple of other ones started joining, right? But they test me. Everybody tests me when I come in. You know what I mean? When I went up on Paul's panel, Lou Bass test me. Everybody want to test us and see how far they can take it. But why test me? Why not treat me with the same respect as you would want for yourself?
This is why I would test you, because I want to treat you with the same respect. And I expect to be tested. If I step into a room full of wise men and say something stupid, I expect to be called out on it. So I would hold you to the same standard. I wouldn't see it as disrespect. I test motherfuckers through the gate, man. They look good.
All the time. Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't
I'm just
seen
sharing
somebody
my
under pressure,
experience, Joe. I'm just sharing my experience. You understand what I'm saying? Like I've seen it through me, and it's not so much as me saying something stupid. I can just come up and then somebody want to tell a N-word joke.
it's also views, right? Like your human nature is to follow drama and sex. It's the most base instincts we have.
That's what we were taught. We were taught that.
No, that's how we evolved. It's the most basic animal instinct.
TV,
Listen
radio.
to me. Listen to me. One is violence and danger, and one is procreation. They are the most basic biological instincts. We're not taught it. We are just born that way because we are
You hear what he's
animals as
saying?
well.
Before TV, you had to drive to fuck everything, and you wanted to be the baddest warrior in your so-and-so. Before TV, because you were the guy who protected shit, and that's how you get bitches, that's how you keep your family safe. These things are more than taught. He is saying they are part of human nature.
I don't know about all that. I'm sorry. Look, everything that I saw in my lifetime, right before I started thinking for myself, we were watching TV. We saw that we had to respect cops. We couldn't give cops a hard time. We had to respect authority. We couldn't, talk back to our teachers.
Your
Shit
mama
like
couldn't
that.
look the white man in the eye. If they from down south, my mama and daddy tell them stories. They was taught not to even look them in the eye.
Hey,
These are things that we were taught.
Sly, your mic actually is louder than everybody else's. Will you turn it down? Go into settings,
Bump
audio,
it down
and
a little bit. You or Jack bump her
Jack,
mic down a little
what's
bit.
up?
I apologize. I probably get up into the mic too loud.
Hey,
I apologize.
Jack, go ahead, Jack. This is his fucking broadcast. Go ahead, Jack. I'll shut up.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Flo was killing it, bro. Flo was killing it. I get geeked over this little dumb shit. I don't know who gets up here and be like, "Oh, it's a horrible day." Nah, you shitting me, bro? I love this shit, bro. And then with Paul, I don't want to bring him up and had nobody jump him. But when he says that he doesn't see the so-and-so in these rooms and blah, blah, the other guys, not so much his, but in the other guys, I think you are absolutely wrong. Fuck, I learned so much, man. And this shit's great. This is a good room, bro.
Good shit.
Yeah.
We're all trying to learn together. We don't. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if I knew the answer, I would not even be in this fucking room right now.
If y'all don't let Jack talk, if y'all don't let Jack talk, he gonna kick us all out.
I sit over. I'll give you another one. I sit up and contemplate shit, and I wait till I come in rooms full of smart motherfuckers to propose dumb shit like I be thinking. And here's one I asked Paul, and I'll ask you guys. Do you have to hate yourself? And Jack, you answer this one first, if you don't mind. Do you have to hate?
Joe, before you get on to the next question, Steve came up, and I think he may have had something to say about racism and how you might end it. I don't know if we ever heard from him. Did we?
All right, Steve. All right.
So we're gonna backtrack. All right, let's backtrack.
Go ahead. I got the question for Jack. I got it in my head.
Are you good with that, Jack, or you got a comment you want to say?
Yeah, because I'm quite sure that Steve can talk for himself. Scott, thank you.
Well, we talked over him about 7 people in a row.
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Steve.
You're talking about a very a big subject that hits home for a lot of people. I was raised in Chicago, so most of my
I was
family's-
noticing I had in New Jersey. I was gonna say something as soon as your mouth stopped moving. I was gonna compliment you, but go ahead.
And I lived there for many years, and I experienced racism. I was a racist. My family is a racist. My mother,
Thank you for your honesty, pimp. Thank you.
my mother to this day is still a racist. She just turned 70, but that's in that time that's was normal. It wasn't. You didn't see it as wrong. Now, as time goes by, we see how it can hurt our fellow man, our fellow woman. So, my time in the military, I was trained, hey, we're not white, we're not black, we're all green.
That's a good thing, right?
So that kind of helped me get away from, being raised that way. And now with my children, they've never heard me slur a word, anything like that, and all 4 of my kids, they all have all different colored friends. It doesn't matter what color of their skin. My youngest son, all of his friends are black. They're here all the time. We have fun together. We play basketball. We work out. It doesn't matter.
The answer. Let me interrupt you, Steve. I think that's the answer. That multicultural shit. We need to come together so we can appreciate all everybody. That's a good answer.
What I'm getting at is just like Sly and you, Joe. I'm assuming you guys have had your handful of racist moments and times where you've probably felt like pieces of shit for the color of your skin.
Little kids calling me nigger. Little kids run up to me and think they can call me that.
That's so bad. Everybody should stop
that
saying
does
that
little fucks in the head.
Okay, Steve.
Everybody should stop saying that word. Period.
Yo,
Exactly. I agree with Scott. I agree with Scott.
Sly, hold on for a minute. Joe, what you just said about cultural things and mixing things together, that is so awesome, and it is a great idea. But then all of a sudden, instead of imitation being the sincerest form of flattering, they start going cultural appropriation.
I agree.
It's so backwards, fucked up, and doesn't make sense.
Let me put it to you this way: my son would have.
There's deeper levels. We all understand. We all understand racism. Yes, we get it. But there's deeper levels. There's to the understanding of the words.
Thank you.
So when you understand that racism is evil, it's evil. You have to understand there's evil and there's good. Racism, the word racism, is inherently an evil word. So you have to understand, there's a separation, just like Sly's doing right now. It's good versus evil.
I think we all agree with that.
But we use these words to describe things like racism. Oh, I hate this certain color. I get it. I understand it. I'm not fucking retarded. But you have to understand there's deeper levels to the fucking meaning. It's good and evil.
I think
racism, the word it's good versus evil, bro.
Do we agree? I think we all agree with you. Do we agree? Because I certainly agree. People are people everywhere, and it's just that what came. Hold on, it's just what came into that person. What little trickery has tricked that person. Their color has nothing to do with it.
I heard that.
It's
I hear Steve say,
it's spiritual. It's spiritual. It's spiritual.
I hear Steve saying he leads by example. He doesn't teach it.
I respect everything. I respect everything you're fucking.
Am I right, Steve?
I
I heard
respect
Steve
everything
say
you're
that
saying,
he
bro.
has his kids around all different
There's
fucking
just
races.
there's
I
deeper
think
meanings.
that's huge.
And to be honest,
It
you
goes
know,
deeper, bro. It goes deeper.
they spent
Wait,
the
Austin.
night. I don't have any never had a problem with any of his black friends spending the night there. They were all not all of them, but I actually had to correct a couple of them, just show them a
People
little
are
extra
people.
respect. You know,
Yeah.
they'd be out front playing basketball, and I hear "fuck motherfucker mother."
I don't
and I go
allow
out
that
there,
shit.
and I'm like, Perry, I'm like, I hope that's not you talking like that out here. You know, it's like, and they're all
Right.
like, oh shit, you know. So
And that's how
that
you
was it.
teach them. Yeah,
My
that's how you teach them.
my nephews are black, Steve, and the white kids do all the cursing. You know, they know I'm not gonna allow it, but they come over there or they'll curse their mom in front of me. That bitch crazy. Oh, shut your mouth, and I will lose my fucking mind. It's not cause fucking white or black. No, I don't allow that shit either.
That's right.
You know, one night, one of his friends spent the night, and he didn't tell his mom.
Yeah,
And
not
so
happening.
she came over looking for him, and she was mad, and I was as mad as she was because of him
Tricked
not.
you.
You need to tell your mom where you're at, boy. What's wrong with you? You know, like
Exactly,
and so
yeah.
so that gap, her and I, we exchange phone numbers. We keep track of our kids together. We have the
Very
same
good. I
morals
love it,
in
baby.
raising our children. But it starts with us. You can
Here is
go.
overcoming racism. Whoever said that, it is moments like this on the panel with Steve saying these things and living that lifestyle. I think we're on a fucking. I'm more optimistic than I was when this conversation started.
You know, the step one in overcoming racism is remembering how we're not different. We're not different. And everybody's got to get that message through
But
their
you can't remember that or know that without exposure to it.
Yeah. Here's that memory thing is a good one. This is the problem. Why I have a lot of problem, and people, us in general, have a problem overcoming racism, is because of that right there. You have to remember. Everything else is okay to remember. You learn from the past, or else you're doomed to repeat it. But you can't talk about, in my opinion, sins of the white folk. And again, black people would have did the same thing, blah, blah, blah. All of that taken into consideration, just happened to be white folks at that time. I'm using that fucking terminology to describe, because you cannot bring it up. They think it's hate. It brings them to a time when other people who weren't them treated black people bad. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. So it's hard your first thing, you have to understand it, and all of that bullshit is hard, man, because it's most people ain't like y'all. They're unwilling to have this fucking conversation.
Well,
It
one
doesn't
night
have to be.
it was kind of funny, because I educate my kids on, interactions with the police and, video recording them if they can. And so when his friends come over, his black friends come over, I'll be like, hey, I was like, so if you're walking down the road and a cop pulls you over and starts asking you questions, what do you do? And he's like, run. I'm like, no, no.
You're a god, bro. You're a god.
So,
Jack.
It's like you take your phone out and you start recording, no matter
Very
what
good.
they
Thank
say.
you.
So it's just educating our kids, man. That's really what it is. Because I was raised in a racist home, and I used that word, and I used it because I thought black people were bad, and that's why you use that word, to show them that you're nothing. That's what really behind the word. It's a hatred.
Steve, were you taught that in the household though? Did you learn that in the house? Wait a minute, guys. Did you learn that in the
From
household though,
my
right?
parents, my grandparents, my uncles,
Exactly.
my aunts.
And then you refused yourself to be like them, right?
Yeah, me too. Hey,
No,
me too.
not
Me
at first.
Too.
I thought that
Not
was
at
normal.
first. Well, I mean, but now that you have children,
I did.
now
Hey,
that you
we
have
gotta all
children,
shut the fuck up for a minute so that Jack can get a
wants
word
to
in,
say
because he's doing the
something, but
head
Jack,
rubbing.
you have to,
bro,
Jack,
Look,
you have to understand.
hey, real quick
Jack,
before you,
stop
Jack,
it.
just want
You
to
have to
interject one
understand.
thing. Oh, sorry.
no,
I
Jack's getting
Oh my
antsy. Let Jack
God,
talk,
Jack.
please. He's getting antsy. Let him
I
talk,
know,
please.
but he has to understand we all have our own thoughts and opinions, and we're
Yeah,
all
but it's his
strong.
show. It's his show. He needs to
I know,
talk.
but
Yeah. Hey, Austin.
Yeah, go ahead,
Your
bro.
thoughts and opinions are never going to change when you keep repeating the same things.
This is
and
why
don't
you
come
have
up
the
with
Hitler
an
video.
explanation. So, I appreciate the offer. I mean, I've been saying, yes, Austin, everyone's got their own opinions. I'd prefer we spoke about things we actually know, maybe things that are even relevant to us.
Meaning what? Motherfucker, racism ain't relevant.
Jack,
no, of course that is. I was going back to some of the earlier conversations, but
hey, real
We're
quick,
having
can I just
Jack, guys, we're having conversations. I'm not trying to speak over anybody. This is why
but you are doing
You
that.
kinda, and you're repeating yourself like Jack said. You interrupt the motherfucker
All right,
to say
well,
the same thing you said 12
do the
times.
Hitler.
yeah,
Do the
can I
Hitler.
just
Do the
trail
Hitler
on
bit.
something
Yeah.
real quick that Steven just said?
This is why we have Talcott clip. Yeah.
What we
Do the
do
Hitler.
is when we
Okay,
stop talking, we mute. When we stop talking, we just turn our mics off, okay?
All right. Yeah. Do the
Yeah,
Hitler.
Y'all are fucking animals.
to follow something Steve just said, he said to record everything, tell the kids to record everything. I like that idea, but I go a step
All right,
forward,
Scott. Yeah,
in these
nobody
days
cares.
and go
Do the
live
Hitler thing.
because you'll
All
have
right, yeah,
witnesses. Hey, Austin,
do the Hitler.
please step back,
Yeah.
kick back.
Yeah.
They said mute yourself. Remember that? If
Yeah,
you
I
go
know more-
live,
I
you'll
know
have
more famous
witnesses
people than you,
potentially
but yeah.
to.
Please, hello. This is what Jack doesn't want.
Yeah, I know. Let's do the Hitler thing. Go ahead, Jack.
Come on, no, just mute yourself. That's all. Just mute yourself.
Hey, Scott. Just so you know, I know more famous people than you, so I've never fucking name dropped. So fuck you. Go ahead, Jack.
It's fucking unbelievable. Anton, brother, thank you for the contribution. Good to see you. You are. Hey, let's get a conversation, please. You did a video recently about some changes, right? You were addressing some of this online chaos that seems to be entertainment for so many. I'd like to get away from that. I don't find chaos and arguments to be entertaining. And I actually take, wars and oppression, I actually take this stuff pretty seriously. People want to challenge me like I'm a joke, but, the future will see what's true. Thank you, Anton. And Joe, this racism, every problem between humans comes from the spiritual battle being conducted in our minds. And while Austin was repeating it a lot, the good versus evil, that's really what it comes down to. It really does.
I think of it like this, Jack. I think we're on the same terms. Around here, we call it tricknology. It's an old term. It's when the demons come into you and trick you and get you to believe in a thing. So the person, the race, all that shit really doesn't come into play. And I can't really be considering it when I'm talking of these things. They're just descriptors for the moment. It is that evil idea that came into them that tricked them into believing this dumb thing, whether it's Trump is a god, Biden is a god, whatever it is. That's the shit I'm combating, not the man himself.
Amen.
Well, this is where okay, go ahead, Jack. I'm sorry.
I keep trying to simplify this because in my mind I've looked at this from many different perspectives. Okay. If you can convince yourself to simplify your life moment by moment, you can have faith and love, right? You can have faith and gratitude, or you can have fear and lack. Feel like you're missing something, that you're not enough.
To want is to suffer. Just being in that mental state of lack is to suffer by definition. You can't allow it.
It really is. And abundance, just like success, just like failure, those are all perspectives, right? So if my happiness, my levels of gratitude have increased because I don't want anything. I don't need anything.
Eastern philosophy would tell you that is the first step to the key to happiness. Christians would say the same thing. A rich man cannot enter into the gates of heaven. Let it go.
It really is. What I believe is that as humans, we are monkey see, monkey do, right? That's how we learn, is through each other. And
the competitive shit Flo was talking about. Monkey see, monkey do, and I want to outdo you. I want to be a better monkey than you.
Well, hey, that can be used to our advantage because, like was pointed out, becoming that example for others, right? Overcoming the past. I was raised with ignorance too, and when I went in the army, I had a lot of racist beliefs until I got to meet human beings, right?
Yeah. I thought white people were devils. Everybody, Farrakhan was big around here. Malcolm X over Martin Luther King. Everybody I knew, admired, and respect told me the white man is the devil. The only reason he comes to this neighborhood is a poverty pimp you and get something off of you. And
Malcolm X is better than Martin Luther King.
Malcolm X is better. And I got
know
older.
what I tell my children, Joe?
Go ahead.
That Martin Luther King was the greatest man to ever live. That's why I've told my kids over the years.
But Malcolm X
greatest
was.
man to ever live.
Malcolm X was as well.
He died knowing what he was doing for his people to help the issue of slavery and the issue of racism.
So did Martin Luther King.
That's why I said Martin
Luther King.
He said Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was also a fan of direct action. He believed in taking a fight to him, and he didn't believe going on a protest that everybody would comply. The cops would say, "Okay." You had to trigger a thing, direct action. You had to force a thing, like Gandhi when they made a law where you couldn't make salt. He agreed with Martin Luther King and St. Augustine. An unjust law is no law at all. Direct action. He was a fan of that. Most peaceful motherfucker ever to walk the fucking planet. And he went down there and he broke that law, made salt. And of course, he got arrested for it. But he believed you must provoke the beast. He didn't say don't poke the bear. He said you must. Martin Luther King did as well.
I got a question for Jack.
Back bullshit. You better get active. That was what they said.
John Lewis, some good trouble.
Hey, Jack, you were saying that the one is to lack and that's the cause of all suffering. How does that, but you also want world peace, right? So how do you rectify that belief with also wanting things that are good?
Austin, sit back in the cut. That never fits a good one. Very good, Austin. Very good. How do you reconcile? You want
that was
world
Taylor.
peace? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm goofy.
It's okay.
Thank you. How do you want world peace? By definition, we just established that to want is to suffer by definition. That is a great fucking question. Aren't you suffering by wanting world peace? That's dope.
No.
Sure you are.
Now, I love that question because I did. When I kept failing and when I couldn't get any change in any progress in my goals, dude, I was ready to end myself. Yeah. I had a lack of faith. But today my surrender and my humility is so strong. God knows, and
that's the most humble thing I've ever heard.
I think everyone knows, and God knows, my hope is world peace. And this thought just came to me as you guys were talking about Malcolm X and Dr. King. Malcolm X was more the aggressive revolutionary from my perspective, and I didn't learn as much from him or about him as I did Dr. King. But in this story God is writing of our life, my life, I was turned away from the churches because of Christians. When I got exposed to labors and unions and started opening my eyes, Dr. Martin Luther King, I can say he was the Christian who turned my mind and got my mind opened back up to the Bible. I was like, if anyone sounds like Jesus, it's him. It's not these fools. And so I set a goal to be more like Dr. King. My background is in labor. I wanted to organize and stand up, try to overcome the oppression. And then, along the lines, I wanted to become more pure too and set the goal to become more like Jesus. So what if?
Hey, Jack, this thought just came to my mind, bro.
What's that?
What if following any man is delusion?
I'd agree. I'd agree, because that's a message I believe God wants me to share. We are here to create our way, find our way, which will be led by our Christed Spirit. But
Agreed.
we should not be blindly following anyone. That's what I learned after the military. I was like, no.
And check out the good word that Jack just said. He said we shouldn't be blindly following anyone, right?
Like,
It's okay for me to take the good attributes in Jack and incorporate them in my shit, but Jack is human and he'll fuck up, or if I have too big expectations, he'd let me down. But I expect people to be people, so I expect Jack to make a mistake, and I don't have problems when he does it.
Hey, and I believe
we're all imperfect. Yeah, we're all imperfect.
I believe a good leader knows how to follow. They follow in support. And I got no problem. If I've got someone competent running a project or running an operation, I got no problem sitting back and just doing my thing.
But are you a micromanager though, Jack? Are you a micromanager though?
I could see that.
I don't think I am, actually, because I believe each of us I believe in autonomy. I don't like being micromanaged myself. I don't like being,
We already know that.
Well, see, I'm telling you, God's been preparing me, man. I've been standing up to bullies my whole life, facing and dealing with narcissists.
If you're telling me that, Jack, then I'd like to congratulate you a bit, because much people who have been standing up to bullies their whole life, they have a obvious scar. You have scars, but not in the obvious sense that I'm discussing, which means you've come a long fucking way. You've worked on yourself, and that's a credit, and you gained a couple points on my book.
Thank you.
Because you wouldn't know it. Most niggas are so insecure who've been bullied all their life. It just stands out. They wear it on their fucking sleeves, on their collar, or whatever that saying is.
I'm sorry, Jack. I was giving myself credit while he was giving you credit. I'm sorry.
So you've done the same, shot.
Hey, I used to wear my wounds, man. They were right there, waiting for the wind blow and that chip to be knocked off my shoulder, man. I was always looking for a reason to fight.
Yeah, it always manifests. That won't always manifest in ego. It's kind of
always had to poke your chest out.
Yeah, Napoleonic syndrome, right? You feel weak, so you must present. I caught myself in a restaurant one time because the gang shit is here. So you develop that stare where you run around and look tough. All right. And I was a young man. And I was in a restaurant, it was a new restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know the people in there. Normally I know everybody everywhere. And I had that look. And my sister, who's older than me, her best friend just happened to be in line in the fucking same store. And she turned around and saw that look and she said, what you looking so mean for? And I didn't realize it. I realized, and immediately, because I was smart fucked, I was like, wait a minute. I'm trying to be tough to keep people at a distance. It's an insecurity. I thought it was a good thing, but it's an insecurity. It's a fear-based thing that I'm doing here. And, now you see, I'm a happy-go-lucky.
I mean, it's also kind of a practical skill, though, because once I got my pissed off white guy face down, nobody asked me for money anymore, and it's fantastic.
Listen, I'm the goofy dude who talks to everybody at every gas station, a homeless motherfucker, prostitute, and I'm telling you, the conversation is better with them. I have no fear that they're going to hurt me again. I'm 6'5", you're a big cat. I have no fucking fear that I'm going to be hurt, and I got God on my side, so the conversations are great with that homeless man.
I'm trying to go to the store. I'm not trying to talk to 5 motherfuckers on the way there. And God forbid a white guy pull out a pack of menthols.
It's over with.
Hey, I used to keep that "don't fuck with me" look on my face too, and grow the beard out, and people will give you some distance when they're not sure what to think. So,
yup,
I understand that, but I tell you what, start to wonder how many opportunities might be missed.
Yeah,
because there's people. Well, it kind of brings back into the overall discussion too of our insignificance. If I can recognize I am a tool for God, for the purpose of creation. I am a tool.
Yeah, it's gonna be clipped, right?
I used to be a tool. Now my goal is to become a refined instrument.
You can't take that back now, Jack. You know it's clipped. You already know it's clipped. You can't take that one back.
DeWalt is going to be the next clip. It's going to be you'll be at a Home Depot with a DeWalt talking about how I'm a tool.
I'm a tool. Hey, but honestly, I've been challenging myself in this, and I encourage you, try it yourself too. See how much you can be of service. You know, as your day goes on, if you find someone or something you can improve, do it. Don't hold yourself back. And
that's why I'm here, Jack. That's why I'm here, my
to
nigga.
perform on a service. I like it.
I've been doing
I think
that.
Jack just got the black card.
What's that?
You just got your G card, yo, ghetto pass. Don't use it on the first day, bro.
I've been really trying to figure out what this meant because, like I said, I was losing everything, man. Every time I turned around, something else was someone or something else was leaving my life.
God was preparing you, Jack. God was preparing you, baby. Listen, for real.
Baby.
God was preparing you. Yes, Jack has always been special. He's always been special to me. Trust me. Y'all just don't know.
I don't know.
It's quite a few of y'all that are really. Joe's my baby. I give him kisses all the time.
I love
you know what I mean?
watch your fucking, if you're at the ball game, if you're fucking at a barbecue, I'm watching your shit.
That's what I'm saying. But Jack, listen, God has been preparing you all this time for just what you're getting right now. So all that shit in the past, it was all a lesson. It was all a lesson for you to get right where you are now and for you to keep building.
That's all of us. We've all been prepared and we've been preparing for the future. So here's a question I've been trying to figure out for myself. What do I prepare for?
Very good.
I mean, right now, I seriously don't know. Do I prepare for success or poverty?
No, you don't prepare. You don't prepare, Jack. You don't prepare, right?
I agree with Sly.
Well, listen what I'm saying to you, Joe. I mean, I understand by like prepare on daily living and stuff like that, right? But when you start preparing for the future and it doesn't go your way, then you're disappointed.
The
right?
attachment
Then
to
you're
the
setting
result.
yourself
Don't
up.
have that attachment.
Then you're setting yourself up for failure. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't so far ahead and try to stay maybe in today and see what you can change today, you know what I mean? Then you won't fill your mind up with a bunch of stuff all in your imagination.
But you have to prepare for success. If you don't prepare for success, it's because you're believing in failure and you will fail.
Flo, what is success, Flo? Could you define it right quick?
It depends on the context. It depends on what he wants. You know.
Yes.
It sounded like he was going to the
Jack,
end.
You put the word out first. You said prepare for success. You the first person who brought the word up. Do I prepare for success or something else you said? What is success? Because that would determine what preparations you make. Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. You're always prepared for success.
What is
you have
success?
To. You have
we
to
gotta
count
know
it.
what it is. Is success that Lamborghini? Then that would encourage the way my preparations are done daily. Is success? What is success? That being with my wife, that would determine my preparations for the day. Jack, what is success?
Well, it's all perspective. We get to define that for ourselves. So to simplify my life, I chose to have success as growth. Growing more of me mentally, physically, spiritually, in my health. For me, that's where
But how will you know if you've done that?
Every day I compare myself to what I was. compared to what I hope to become. And I keep it simple. Serious.
So successful to you is improving your mental and physical health. Okay.
Mental, physical, and spiritual. And I did. I mean, my path brought me to this, to where I had time and the purpose, inspired by the circumstances, to try and develop my relationship with God, the spiritual path.
Gotcha. Copy that.
So,
smart, wise.
That's kind of where I was thinking too, logically. I'm losing everything, so I better figure out what the hell's going on. You know, how do I make this God more happy? And then I realized all it was my fucking opinion that was making me feel bad. God kept me comfortable. Every day I had enough food, I had clothing, shelter, I had everything I needed to live.
Yes. I clothe the lilies of the field. Surely I will clothe you.
So ego, what you're saying is ego is the that's the Antichrist.
You're the Antichrist.
I see what you're saying. Dude, I see it. I see you.
If you break it down like that, we serve the Christ or the Antichrist. Do we serve God, God's creation, which is those around, or do we serve the selfish self?
Those are to say, when you said Antichrist, you guys were comparing Jesus to Antichrist, and then you said, well, do we serve God or do we serve self? Does that mean self is the Antichrist?
Self is ego. The self is ego. Yeah. The self that Jack is trying to describe, when you get to the root, when you get to the root of it, it's ego. So
I got you. By that definition, it fits and it's logical.
Yeah.
Now, here's another part to this, though. I believe in the way the Bible and stuff. I've been clear about that. But I truly believe God allows and uses the darkness. Okay, so that means God allowed and uses Satan to tempt us, to test us.
Yes.
Maybe even karma is experienced through this, right?
Yes. What goes around comes around. And it also, karma shows our connectivity. If we believe what goes around comes around, then we believe that there's shit floating around, no matter how you look at it, out there in some type of ether.
Because I want to know what a stool is. What the hell is a stool?
Joe's stool?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
The opposite of cool.
Oh, that's what stool is, the opposite of cool? Okay.
Might be from the opposite end. I don't know.
All right. I just was wondering.
If those are the
oh, excuse me, Jack, you about to say something?
Those are the hazards of being famous, Shy. It's part of the game. I got 6 fake Joe Cools running around in chat saying crazy shit. So I got a Joe 4
I got a
or
quick
2.
thought, Jack.
Now you're a stool, though. I didn't know you was a stool. I'm just checking.
Someone sent me a clip of that, a picture of that Joe Stool dude shit 30 minutes ago.
So cool. Christ died for 2 reasons, really. I mean, they say he died for our sins, but he died because he went up against the banks and he went up against religion, organized religion. He said both of these are all fucked up.
That's
and so if we look at it today, what are we defining ourselves by? Well, money, so status, and then we look to religion, so right or wrong. So we're standing in our brother's face and using the same fucking problems of fucking.
Not if you think for yourself. Not if you think for
what
yourself.
We're trying to do is get over the people who aren't thinking for themselves and letting the state think for them. So
I don't let that shit. My bad.
When you said we, you meant people in general, right? You said we define ourselves by money and we're fucking up. Because I don't define myself by money, nor you. I know not one of you guys do.
At large.
Yeah, I thought.
God, wait. In order to get to the root of this debate,
Scott has to define himself as what he thinks himself as being a human. So
homosexual. He said that already.
I'm not.
Homosexual. He said it.
What?
Well, Scott has to define.
Fuck
I heard that too.
Literally, guys. Scott, what do you define yourself as? Fuck you, Flow State. I love you. Hey, Scott, what do you define yourself as? Like a human, or like what is your definition of you?
Spit it out, man. Spit it out.
A human is the color or shade of man. If you're defining yourself as a human, then you're making a mistake.
Huh? What are we, Scott?
No. We can't say what are we. We have to say no. We can't do that. Scott, you have to define yourself as you. What are you? You can't define yourself as we.
What are you talking about?
I'm
you said
talking
as a
about
human?
No.
Hey,
Scott.
No argument. No argument.
Guys.
Argue.
I'm talking about some deeper level shit. Scott, what do you define yourself as?
Nah, you done had a few too many to be talking. You done had a few too many to be talking some deep, weird level shit.
You can't be trying to get to a definition of the word, and you keep using the same words over. If you really want him to say you, I'm sorry, not Scott. I meant Austin. You're using the same words over. You're saying you keep asking the same question over and over again with using the same words. And he can't give you an answer, and you think if you use the same words again, you'll get an answer. How do you define yourself as? Present it in a different way so he'll have an opportunity to answer.
Define yourself as whatever the fuck you're trying to ask
and give him an example so he'll know which direction you're trying to go in. Just saying I'm thinking deeper is not helping any of us. I would have thought he said I'm a human being.
I define myself as the observer.
Okay.
I'm observing everything.
Wait. Meaning you're not a participant?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, you just did.
I'm an observer. I'm an observer participating in this experience.
Wait. So you're trying to ask me to define myself in this world here?
It's like
because you keep throwing in we. You keep saying we.
As a species, as a whole. Go away.
But you're identifying yourself. You're identifying yourself as a we instead of an I.
That was what.
Why is that a
Scott,
problem?
don't go to the left. Scott, don't go to the left. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle, Scott.
Jack,
don't go to the left.
No, Jack, it is a problem. Jack, it is a problem. It is a problem because you have to identify yourself individually as an I, me, we instead of a fucking we. Scott is saying we.
Austin, this is a rule.
I'm on a whole fucking.
Austin,
asked us not to talk about the room, to talk about the world.
Hold on.
When the host lips are moving.
Sorry, but that's literally. This man is coming at me for no good reason.
He's not coming at you. No. It's not you. It's not you, Scott.
I love you.
It's not you, Scott.
I love Sly Shy. I love all you motherfuckers.
You have a lot more friends than
Can you please stop? The reason I was pointing out, Austin, is that why I asked, why is that important? I want you to consider your answer. Your answer only applies to you. Okay?
Exactly.
Because
that's what I'm trying to point you guys towards.
Right. So let's try explaining it different way. Because in the end, there is only the one.
Exactly.
There is only one. So
I agree.
If Scott wants to call it I or we, I think we can understand what he's saying without an interrogation and going into definitions. The egos, our minds, we got to break the habit of getting hung up on words. Okay, words are important, but meanings are more important.
You just said words are important, and you said but. The but was not necessary. You
I know. Everyone's a critic.
Hold on. Hey, guys. You said words are important, but there is no but. It's words are important. Period.
What is the
period.
Okay.
Period.
All right. Now let's get to the part you ignored. What did I say that you're ignoring? Because you focused on the but. You focused on a disagreement you found. Because of a memory,
I focus on the lies.
not what was important.
Jack, you said words are important, but when you said
meanings are of greater importance.
I know, but you said words are important, but there is no but. There's no but. See, this is where I stop. This is where it's logic. Hold on, I have to go deal with some shit.
All right, it may total
He gotta go pee. That's what he gotta go do.
Meanings are what's really important. Agreed. To give an example of that, Jack, if we're in one place in my culture, you may use one word to express a thing, and another person word. It was really the meaning that was important. Excuse me.
Bad dog.
When I said I had to deal with some shit, I meant I have to deal with some fucking shit.
I was just messing with you. I was just messing with you.
I didn't just say that.
I was just using words.
Conversation, like most of you people thought.
Joe,
I was just using words.
Slide. Joe Cool.
Yeah.
When you started this conversation a while back and you asked about racism, was your statement not, or was it, that you wanted to hear the answer, how do we do it in this room or among us, or how do we do it in general in the world at large? Because I was saying we, so when I say we, I was including the people outside this box.
I think that's what Jack was saying. We all understand no sense in going into the minutia of it. I think that's Jack was saying.
This is just following him saying how he knows a bunch of people.
Let it go so Jack can go on. Let it go so Jack can move on.
Absolutely. But, Austin, I just want, if he's listening, to let him know I don't have a
Absolutely, and then he keeps not letting it go.
No, right. I'm turning it over to you, Jack.
Scott, please. I mean, the ego is what we're witnessing. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying this with love and offering it with just my observations, Scott and Austin.
Yeah, I think.
What our egos do will seek a contradiction because it wants to feel safe. It looks for differences and distinctions.
Wait. Is that logical? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You just began, but wouldn't the ego look for confirmation then? That would make them safe.
Confrontation.
Why confrontation and not confirmation? If I want to feel safe, I want to surround myself with a bunch of motherfuckers who share my opinion, then I would build my ego. If I look for people who disagree with me, it seems like that would destroy my ego. But if I want to fight, I must look for disagreement. All right.
I saw that light bulb.
Hey, I heard this described. I heard it described this way. What Austin was saying about being the observer of the experience. Consider that the Christed spirit, right? Okay. The one where forgiveness is already there, where love and healing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the spirit is the one. It is the totality. It is the all that is. There's that connection to us. Now, the ego is the separation. The ego is the analyzer. It's the one that wants to divide the one.
I love it.
And narrow it down to create these differences, to create resistance, opposition. We just got to get past our opinions.
I'm very.
Isn't the division a part of this world, though? Like, should we resist the division?
We can do whatever we want.
We should stand up to it. We should definitely stand up to it.
It causes more harm than good.
If we stand up to it, it doesn't.
That's debatable because in the end, when this shit's over, the division and the hard times will be your greatest teachers. And when this simulation is over, you would thank them more than you think the other.
You think we're learning the lessons of how to survive? We're being taught.
I think I already been there, done that. I'm already there, Scott. So I'm already striving to live the rest of my life. I've already survived. Already been through that fight.
Off the land, to teach generations to do their own farming, to survive without modern day fucking materialism and corporate.
No fucking way. I make my life off my living off the internet. If they kill that shit, I'm fucking around killing squirrels in the park.
But then
I'm moving with Moose.
Doing the same thing if that happens, and that's
I'm moving with Moose and Nubs. I'm just letting y'all know now. And if Paul have me, I'm moving to Paul's too.
Well, I truly believe that as we start learning how to communicate with each other and building the community that humanity can become, when we start coming together, these divisions of wealth and authority are going to crumble away.
Yes. And we will be the greatest teachers. The greatest teachers are through example. So if we can come together now, we have a community that is example to lead people other than these useless words that somebody.
The best teachers are suffering.
But that's why I keep saying. That's why I keep saying I lead by example, right? We having these conversations, but are we living those things that we talk about? Are we living those experiences?
Let's examine that. And the answer popped in my head already. You guys are fucking gods in my book. So the answer popped in my head, but we'll put it out there anyway. Be our own worst critics. Are we leading by example and living up to the shit that come out of our mouths?
There's two ways to lead. Lead by example, like you said, Shy, and then lead from the front. You can't lead from the rear.
Lead, follow, or get the fuck out of the way. Headman and fucking charge. That's what it is. You got to lead or you get out of the way because somebody needs to take the lead, especially in a fucking.
I don't try to do any of that shit.
But you got to be humble, though. You got to have some humility to be a leader.
You got to lead by example. In a disaster, you got to just start doing shit and let people fall in line.
You talking about a different thing, though, then Scott. You talking about people falling in line or falling with you, like going down with you. If people fall in line, somebody gonna end up wanting to kill your ass and take over.
My point is, you start getting the work done, and people will start doing it too. People start chipping in.
You lead by example. That's what I'm saying. You lead by example.
You guys are saying the same thing.
I'm assuming y'all talking about the same thing. We're on a fucking farm. You are leading by example, Shy, because you get up and you get the eggs every day. You cook breakfast for the community. Scott is saying somebody need to be putting that whip down. And my example is going to be like, listen, you didn't get them fucking chores done by 4 o'clock. If you don't get that shit done tomorrow, you don't eat.
We already been slaves. We already been slaves, man. Come on. Why we still gotta be slaves if we gonna work together? Sorry to be yelling. I apologize. But I'm saying why do we still have to be slaves? Why do we still have to be treated like slaves amongst each other if we're trying to build and live in peace?
Somebody does have to point.
Everybody should have their own ability to do whatever they need to do. If it's build, feed, grow,
plumbing and safety,
right? Exactly. He ain't gotta have no whip to get his people in line to do it.
Hey, let me jump in here. Let me jump in here. This is something I was trying to get across a while ago when I brought up monkey see, monkey do. We can become the generation that leads in generosity and service, becoming the generation that changes the world. It starts with each of us.
I need more. We could, but generally speaking, throughout human history, the oligarchy has ruled. There's been too many slaves and few motherfuckers willing to so and so. So if you think in those terms, the best descriptor of what might happen in the future is what happened in the past. Odds are we are not going to do it if we don't have some new technology or new plan and have a plan to put that shit to use. We have to come up with something that other people haven't come up with.
Organization, not a plan. See, everybody had a fucking plan, right? And look at where we are now. We keep voting for the fucking plan. We need to organize and have our own shit and be able to work together instead of trying to work in this little little section. Everybody work together. We build together.
Here's what I want, Shai, and I want Jack to be more precise of. Give me more of what Paul gives me, or what Wizard gives me. When I asked them what is the plan, they tell me the plan. They don't tell me, get to know God,
No,
better
they
yourself.
don't.
They may tell me that a little bit, but they're going to tell you the first thing you must do is move away from the government. Second thing you got to do, and I know I'm putting words in their mouth, but it goes along the line of this: get yourself some property. That way, if so and so happened, I had a friend who's going to tell me this and get a knife, be prepared. Tommy is going to tell me, listen, move your money over to here or here, whether he's right or wrong. These cats give me a plan and options to choose from.
Are they telling you to think for yourself? Are
When
they
I
telling
ask
you?
you, when I
Are they
ask you,
telling you to think for yourself?
when they ask Jack his plan, I don't get a step-by-step thing, and I want more of the step-by-step when I keep going to you, because you probably can tell I get frustrated when I go to you and you say, hey, God is real. God is not. Girl, I need physical steps on paper or something.
But
I
there
gotta
is
know.
no physical. The physical step is you, Joe. There is
Girl, you
no
sound like
plan
Jack.
nobody else
You
can give
sound
you.
like Jack. Fuck.
You
I'd
have
like,
to. You
let
have
me
to organize your own shit.
let me try and respond here too, if I can. Okay. Without judgment, just simply observation. The plans you said you received from others are all about how to protect and take care of you, whereas mine is less about protecting and taking care of you, although I encourage follow exactly what they're saying about claim your freedom and do whatever. But what I'm suggesting is have faith in God and live in service of others, and you'll feel
feel good stuff. And give me a step. I need to know.
Well,
for this demonstration or example,
okay.
you say have faith in God and do something with others. What does that look like?
Well, create a better world. I've said
That's
this
like
here.
saying get
Hold
your
on.
act together. Be specific.
Hold on. I've said this in videos before. Tony Robbins he's got all his methods for success. Dr. Jordan Peterson, he's got his 10 rules for life. I got
guy
3.
Paul shows Lex,
I've
whatever.
got
West
3.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's kind of like what Steve is saying. 3 rules for life: know who you are. Okay, know the truth of you.
Okay.
What is it that you like, don't like? What is true for you? Know who you are. Do what is right. And what is right will only be known at that time based on what you can know. So know who you are, do what is right, and become the change the world needs. We all know this world needs some change.
Yes.
Isn't that leading by example?
That is leading by example. That is.
It can be.
Joe, is that perfectly as intangible as you were hoping it would not be?
Hey, seriously though.
Thank you.
Where I was also saying about this monkey see, monkey do, we need to see someone in order to understand. I remember when I lived without faith, where I didn't understand God, I didn't understand that. When I heard the story of a local pastor, him and I sat and talked, and he shared his faith with me. I was in awe. I heard the story, but I just couldn't comprehend what it was like to live that way. But I saw him. I trusted he was honest about what he felt.
Right on. I got you.
So I
you
honestly
can change
think
your life in that way. I give you that. Yeah.
When you talk about faith, are you talking about like a belief in something, like I believe in God, or is it like you just like a confidence? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Define it better. Can you define what you're talking about?
Well, where I was going with that is I think that's what's happening with me. If without arrogance, I mean, the cards were stacked against me and a lot of shit has been going on in my life, but there's plenty of evidence of me still being positive, encouraging, cheerful.
My man, I love it.
And I think that's what what God is using. That is an example of faith
of
that
what
I
you can do
hope.
for other people that I'm asking for, blah blah blah. In some ways, at least, yeah.
Well, and
I
admittedly,
was asking
because
for
of the
concrete. That's concrete.
Yep.
because of the chaos and testing that I've been facing here online, I've had people actually reach out and say they were inspired by the way I presented myself or the growth they've seen, even the growth they've seen in me during this online.
Yeah.
You're
So,
resilient and
See it in
persistent.
yourself? Do you see it in yourself, Jack?
yes, ma'am.
Jack, can I comment on? I saw a little clip a little while ago. I guess you played it here because I ain't been nowhere. Of you introducing yourself to the public. Right, you're looking really good looking guy. Right. Can I suggest that with
Sexy
your new
as hell.
eyes, you redo that because you came off as, in my opinion, snake oil salesman. That guy I would run from. The guy who says I'm a master, I have my psychology and so, and I'm here to. That guy, I'm gonna want to cut his legs out from under him, right? I think the new Jack would have a slicker approach that touches me more. I don't want to fucking be up there with some nigga that's trying to sell me something, and that's what I saw at the beginning of what you did.
You know what, Joe? I don't know if I agree with you, but I can absolutely understand. Yeah, I can see how I could have been presenting that energy and come across as
and
pretty
that's
arrogant.
your first thing through the gate is your accomplishments. I understand that you got to get it out there that you've done a thing or two, but
Your union mentality, you know.
Yeah. You know, thank you.
Hey, if I could go on 1 second, Jack.
Yeah.
If you could come in with one of something that you've garnered, gained, learned first, then you tell me about yourself. Now you got me hooked because if you say, listen, guys, if so and so and so and so, if we don't do this and that, that fear will control you. Now you got my attention. Hey, listen, my name is Jack. I've been through what you've been through. Now you give me your spiel. I'm more open to it, right?
Thank you, Joe. And you know what? I'm confident there has been a growth in me from the past few years. And you know what? I've seen a lot of maturing and growing from many different personalities.
Yes, you niggas were a shit show monkey fucking a football when I first met y'all over in Paul's.
And that was a couple of months, and that was only a few months ago, Jack. That was a few months ago,
lying to
Jack.
yourselves.
You could say it was yesterday.
We don't say it was yesterday. It'll be in tomorrow's clips.
You guys are doing better, but I totally forgot about. I was here a week ago or something, and you and Paul something about the keys, and I don't trust you, and you know you guys were at it. I remember talking to this chick like I was over in so and so's Paul and Jack are at it. She said, I thought they were friends. I was like, well, they're bad at each other. She's like, who's Paul? Yeah, oh, that guy. Yeah. And then later on that night, I was like, well, shit, they're on paddle together, kicking it, motherfucker. Like, yo. Later that day, I had to tell her.
They break up to make up, Joe.
You are a bit of a fucking shit show.
They break up to make up. That's what Paul and Jack does.
I like it.
You know, I won't lie. My affection and my care is pretty obvious. But Paul is a challenging man to love. He puts up a lot of resistance and barriers, but.
Hey, Deb, if we're gonna talk about Paul, has his he'll probably pop up like God when he hears this one, but he has his shit that he doesn't want to face and talk about. He recognizes yours and calls them out quickly and abundantly, often. But when you do his, he gets mad. He'll throw the ad homs. He'll talk over you, call you names. He will shut you down. He don't like criticisms, Joe. I don't care what he says.
Joe, you're not being respectable or honorable right now. You're being intolerable.
Yeah, don't fall into it. You don't stand for right, truth, freedom,
nothing.
You know what? I have great admiration, and I have learned a lot, not only about myself.
He's on his way. He's on his way.
I hope you come in with that shit, bro. That'd be so funny.
Go ahead,
You're
Jack.
this
I'm
on a
sorry.
rainbow, Joe Cool. You're this on a rainbow.
Go ahead, Jack.
Hey,
I
me and Scott
apologize.
made the thumbnail today, so
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was Flo Scott and
Snafu Snaps.
Snafu.
Oh, I love that one. Yo, I saw that thumbnail.
Yeah, I got got to give it up for the talent. When Paul's on a roll, man, holy shit! My abs have been sore and laughing so hard. I've had
I've been with you guys. I've been with most of you. Well, not Joe Cool, but I've been with most of y'all. Like at least Talcott 7-8 months almost, right? Moose. I've been with a lot of you guys for almost a year now.
Yeah, I think
So,
you were on panel when I met these guys. I think you were on panel. You're the only person I knew.
Yup. That's true, Jack.
No offense, but I really got to reevaluate my life again.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm just teasing. It's been 7 months. It has been. I felt a connect. I was thinking about this earlier. I think a lot of people get confused by me because I feel connected, right? I'm not distrusting. I'm very open. I feel real connected to people real easily. And I think that makes people feel weird.
And listen, this is what it is. And some people, whether they're going to admit it or not, they see those things as a weakness.
Yeah.
Right? They see that as a weakness, and they going to want to attack you because it's perceived as a weakness. There are some that are really evil that the more mercy you show and shit like that, oh my God, you're ignorant, you're dumb, you're soft. This is a hard world. What the fuck are you doing? It's them and you, and they're going to hate you, and they're going to put it out there and look for flaws in you to fucking rip apart.
How about negativity likes negativity, Jack? Right?
Law of attraction.
Jack, I hold you guilty of this. When these people come up here and they're seeking negativity, they want to raise the demon in you. You allow it sometime. I'm gonna hold you to that one. Right?
I do my best to avoid it. You're right.
I'm gonna have to knock the stool down a little bit, yo. I'm gonna have to knock the stool down a little bit on that one, Jack. You just gonna do better, right? You just gonna do better, right?
I think I've improved greatly.
All right. Okay.
He was a mess over there in Paul's room when I first met him. He was a mess. They were making fucking 5-day streams about each other. They were all in their feelings.
We're gonna let go of the past. We're gonna let go of the past.
Now that he can forgive in 5 minutes.
I was just there 3 days ago, man. When he came back, man. Stop.
Hey guys, I don't mean to bring this out of the blue, but we've gone over 3 hours already. I think it's time to wrap it up.
I'm neglecting grown folks shit. I got 2 videos I'm supposed to start editing today. I'm definitely neglecting grown folks shit, but I love you guys so much, man.
Yo,
I feel like this is a good expenditure of my time.
Much love.
All right,
I enjoyed hanging out with you guys all day long, Joe Cool. I appreciate the camaraderie, the support, and the little bit back and forth every now and then is good, but when we come together and really, put our spirits together, good things come out of it, Jack.
Amen, sister. Sly, it's good to see you again too. Thank you. And please,
Sly, I'm glad you
I'm
got
always here, Jack. You know I'm always here, Jack.
I know.
All right.
He is.
Have a good
See you
night.
guys. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Flow State. See you, Scott. Thank you, Joe Cool.
Hey.
Night, sister.
Well, Jack, not too shabby, man. Notice how clean it was without having Paul in here tonight.
Oh, that's what that was.
Well, there was that, but there was also considerably less viewers. Not considerably, but I mean, because I'm not a big channel anyway. But
have you seen how many streams are going on right now?
What's that?
Yeah,
Have you seen how many channels are streaming right now?
No, I haven't looked. I'm sure
all of them.
Put it to you this way, Jack. I was, of course, watching them, and all he did, he just talking shit, man. Like, he's never got anything good to say. He never brings any positivity. You know, making fun of me, making fun of everybody. We're all a bunch of fucking losers. Yet he can't even fucking live on his own. You know what I mean? So everyone here on this panel, they got their own place. You know what I'm saying? So can't be doing much worse, right?
The problem with the soft citizen thing is it's too easy of a cover for just being a loser.
Hey, before you go, Steve, I saw a couple. Is that your rig in your videos?
Yeah.
Is it really? Holy!
Well, the Suburban is, yeah.
The Suburban is.
Yeah,
Holy!
I blew like 5 windshields last year.
That shit's gonna cause you AFib one day. That's
Actually, let me show you something, Jack. This is one of the many subwoofers I've blown. This is actually one of my subwoofer, you know, that tore apart because I blew it. You can see how big that is. Bigger than my
Holy crap! Yeah, this is that your channel? Be Good, Do Good? I can't remember. Yeah. If you're interested in that, I don't think the audio probably gives it justice.
No, microphones can't pick up the bass very well.
Yeah, you can just see. Come on, you can see it, dude. That looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty deep science into you know, calculating airspace and pressure, and you know, once you finally figure it out. I competed for a while, but then you know, we're being at the top, and it's kind of lonely up there.
It's a pain in the damn ass.
You know, blowing
all
shit
the
up,
wires, and then you get a bigger sub, and now you need a bigger amp, and then you need another battery, and then you need more thicker wires, and it's just
power, more power.
Yeah, and lots of money. So
yeah, oh yeah,
tons of it.
Hey, thank you, brother.
No, keep up the good work, man. I know it's hard out there. The reason I come here, man, is because at least you're a happy, kind of go lucky guy, you know, trying to do something positive, and just keep that in mind as you're trying to do something positive, you know, and it's not hard to push away the negativity, you know what I mean? So just keep up with that, man.
Amen, brother.
But yeah, Flow State, Scott, Austin.
Have a good night, Steve. I dropped
on the way out.
Too.
I was just going to second that on my way out and say that that's what appeals to me too. You are positive, you are resilient, and all well intentioned, I suppose, is a word for it. So, anyways, have a good night. Thanks for having me on again.
No, not
Hey,
much.
brother. Thank you.
I lived in the name for Rick for 5 years.
Austin,
What's up?
We're doing final words, brother.
Yeah, my bad. I'm helping out a homeless guy right now. I got a bunch of plastic I'm giving off. Say hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Say hello.
Good.
Yes. I'm giving him my plastic bottles and stuff. I'm helping out the community, Jack Talcott. I'm helping people out, motherfucker.
All right, brother. That's a good start. Thank you for joining, Austin. Thank you for joining, brother. Have a beautiful night and great start. Scott?
Good stream, brother. It seemed like it was pretty nice. I was watching from the background, cleaning up the kitchen, doing some stuff, and you know, went smooth. You know, just you know, some of the conversation was heady, and I like to say even being explored in the future. If you watched the stream and came up with some good solid questions from what was asked, and maybe even repeat them. I think there was something that Joe was asking that was missed, so you might be able to find that out easy enough. But there's just you know, the way forward is not to worry about the numbers, it's worry about the content. The content will grow the numbers. That I promise you, my friend.
Amen, brother. Hey, thank you, Scott.
All right, my friend. You have a good one. I'll talk to you.
All right. Peace. So, brothers and sisters, those who stuck around or who joined later, thank you again for your time, your attention. I think the only other thing I wanted to get to, and maybe I'll get into it tomorrow, but we were talking, boy, we talked about a lot of different topics. One of the things I did want to get to, though, and it ties in together, is respect. Respect for yourself. It's very important that you learn how to show yourself respect. Because if you can fill yourself with respect, become a respectable person, become one who is authentic and trustworthy, one who makes sure their words are true. If you can fill yourself with respect, you'll present yourself as a respectful person. And you'll have respect to offer to others, and you don't have to live in fear, confused over racism or past memories and trauma. Brothers and sisters, we are here to live. And I tell you what, if you're going to live, you may as well love, because love is the reason for living. And love is found within and around your connection, your ability to see, to seek, to find gratitude, and to share your love, your light, to share your joy with the world. Man, there is nothing better. And so I hope some of you tonight may have received a little bit of joy and maybe hopefully some encouragement or inspiration for me and us. Brothers and sisters on the panel and in the chat, thank you again. Until next time, choose love and live without fear. God bless.